And we are live.
Hey everyone!
Hello.
Good morning if you're watching it here with us this morning, and good day to you if you are rewatching this. We are about to melt our brains.
Yes, kind of. So we're about to play Twilight Inscription, which is the Twilight Imperium roll and write.
From Fantasy Flight?
Yes, that we picked up at Gen Con. It will be coming out later this fall, but they had a limited number at Gen Con, and this is one of my Grail games because we love roll and writes.
We do. We have not yet played Twilight Imperium.
Yeah.
So I would like to at some point in my gaming future. But as a mom and just a human sitting there for that long is intimidating. But it will happen at some point. So we are coming at this with the, we don't know the world of Twilight Imperium. We don't know the factions and we don't know all of that history behind what a lot of people who come from Twilight Imperium will come to this game with. So you'll have that perspective.
It's just a big old roll and write.
It's a big old roll and write. We have 4 sheets. Why don't you show? I guess they can kind of see. So each of these is one sheet.
Hold on, I can go over that.
Okay.
You want to go through this? Or you want me to?
No, I'm gonna have
you. You're
gonna go through this.
I was gonna say you're really jumping into this.
I'm doing my part and what I know. He's going to help teach.
We have some lens caps on the table. Let me grab them.
That happens.
Yep.
All right, let me take the box.
Okay, I thought you were gonna take the lens cap. Okay.
No, I'm gonna put the box here.
So I'm gonna jump over to the overhead camera so you can see what we're doing, and then you can see us.
Yay!
So yeah, if you have any questions along the way, let us know. We did at the beginning of the, like in the rules, you have the main rule book, and then you have this little quick start guide that walks you through 4 semi-guided rounds. The game is played over 25 rounds that are dictated by these.
Play as you learn, set up, and then it walks you through the rounds.
Yeah, so the game is played over 25 rounds that are dictated by what you do in the rounds, are dictated by these cards here. We're going to flip one over and just play through what they do. The first one, most of them follow this this
setup
flow of events where you choose an active sheet. So we have 4 active sheets here. We have our navigation, our expansion, our warfare, and our industry sheets. Excuse me, I need to take a drink because
my drink's too hot. Good luck.
I got a tickle. Good morning, Allison.
Hey, friend.
Are we distracting you from packing again?
I missed that yesterday.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't distract you from packing last night. We were too tired to try and learn this last night. So you have 4 different boards. This one didn't get it. I thought you were going to erase my board from our practice game.
I'm sorry. No, I said so we erase our boards, and I assumed that you would be part of
it. And
then
I went to do camera setup and stuff.
No, you didn't. You got on the phone. Anyway.
Camera setup. Anyway, so we are going to be playing on our boards. We have the navigation board, the expansion board, the warfare board, and the industry board. On each turn, you're going to pick one board to be your active board, and that is the only one you can play on, but you can use resources that you have unlocked on other boards on other turns. So as you go, so the navigation is, and we're going to step through these, and okay, you can pick any board you want each turn, but we're going to go through the first 4 turns and work on the same one so we can show you how each board works. And we are going to kind of jump in a little bit, but basically, as you go through, there's a few things you're going to want to keep an eye on. On the navigation, you can spend resources to go along these dotted lines to explore systems, and then you can spend a different resource to claim a system when you circle it. Anytime you circle something that has a dashed line, that is a resource that you can spend later. Anytime you circle something that has a dotted line like this, that is going to have the immediate effect and typically is going to be marked off on this board over here, on this chart, and other places that you can use them. But that is the very basic rule as you go, is dashed lines are resources that you can use later, and dotted lines are things that you can use that you use immediately. So navigation, we're going to be exploring the system. In the expansion, we're going to be unlocking these planets. You have the hazardous, industrial, cultural, and cultural planets.
My brain is already like, woo!
But it's very much, if you've ever played Hadrian's Wall, like Hadrian's Wall
was not like Hadrian's Wall.
It was mind melting for me until I realized and like played a couple games and realized you're just matching icons. If you break this down to just matching icons to other icons, it gets really, really simple. Basically, a 4-year-old could play. Anyway.
Okay, so 2 things. Yes, this appears like an ocular migraine. I totally see you. I'm tracking with you. That made me laugh. They said that this is what they see when they have a migraine. And also, Allison mentioned Better Half Reviews that because of the dark background, it is hard to see our marks. The markers that they send are actually chalk markers. So they do have this orange. So
it's going to show up a little bit better than
it'll show up better than a black
I
marker.
can zoom in a little bit more, but not much more without losing. Let me see if I can adjust.
I wonder if I shifted a tiny bit that way, we could zoom in because we've got a little bit more space.
No, because we have the cards there. But okay. I'm going to, give me just a second. Let me see if I can.
I'm going to keep your shirt down for you.
Don't want to be showing off the midriff. This is a family show.
It's a family show.
Okay, so yeah, I think we can shift this way just a little bit. So yeah, I'll...
You tilted it a little bit more, but...
No, I straightened it back out.
And did you?
Yeah.
Okay, and I can shift over a little bit more, yeah. But so they are the orange lines. So some of these are already when you start.
Yeah, you can see like on here the orange lines there. And it's not a black. It's not a black dry erase marker. It's also a chalk marker, so it dries. So you're not going to erase it with your hand. Like you have to abrasively, basically scrape it off with the very stiff eraser, which is come off
completely.
Yes, it does fully come off. You can use a wet paper towel if you need to, but it is not a dry erase marker that you're going to get all over your hands as you play, which is awesome.
Or so that, in 45 minutes in, you don't accidentally have marks, like rubbed your hand on something and been like, I thought I did
undone
that.
all of your progress.
And undone it all. So they thought through this. And this is a game that you would invest in, not only your financially, but your time. And learning and things like that. I do love that it's already laminated. Like it's already a dry erase.
Well, yeah, that would be insane to do this as paper. It would be.
It would be insane, but it has been done before with other games that you really wish were already pre-laminated or things like that. So I do like that they took in mind, and the card stock is great for these cards. I mean, they're really high quality. Everything in this is really high quality. The dice, Allison, check out these dice. They're so chunky and fun. They're even bigger than the Rolling Realms.
Just a little bit more.
They're so fun.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. So these are a lot of fun. Now you'll notice that we have 6 dice.
That may be a little, our hands may be a little bright, but I think that's going to be a lot easier to see what we're doing on the board. So that's kind of a trade-off if the board is easier to see.
He has tanned more than I have over the year, and
one of us has been outside more,
and one of us has been in bed with first trimester morning sickness.
Is that?
I feel like that made it worse. I know the dice are fantastic.
I think that's.
And these are actually transparent. And they've got a big old bubble in them, which I love.
Is that as blurry as it seems like it is?
Not on my screen.
Here, make that full screen.
If I make it full screen, it looks okay.
Okay. So yeah, we would like to do a full playthrough of this with nice close-ups and all that. We'll see how that goes.
We are going to be doing a 1-3-5. That's the plan. So after this, we aren't going to talk too much about our thoughts on the gameplay as in depth. For this,
we'll talk
a little bit, but I think because the magic of our 1-3-5 is you and I really don't discuss our thoughts. We play the game and then turn the camera on, and we kind of.
We'll definitely be unloading our thoughts in that way as we get to that.
So what a 1-3-5 is, we play one time, we give a quick review and our thoughts on the first gameplay and our thoughts on the game. Then we play it 2 more times. So after our third game. Then we give another review of our perspective. Have things changed? Are they harder? Are they easier? Did we get things wrong? And then we play 2 more times. So after our 5th game, we have a well-rounded view of the game and the gameplay, and we give our final review. So that's what we call it a 1-3-5. And that gives people a perspective on what they're diving into when they purchase a game as far as their learning experience and their play experience.
Now, we are going to be playing with an AI because we only have 2 players. The way that's going to work is we're going to roll this blue, excuse me.
That was loud.
These 3 colored dice are unlocked as you go. You can use them as you unlock the ability to use them. You always get the black dice but you unlock the colored dice, but you still roll them every turn. And the AI is going to be marking off things and achieving things based on the roll of the colored dice every turn. So we'll go through that as we do it, but that's basically because there's only 2 players. We have the AI that is going to be fighting against us.
And there are different things in this game to make it more replayable. Our sheets currently, we're playing with side B, and they are identical.
Yes.
So he has the same sheets and tracks and investigation, or not navigation as I do.
They're identical.
So, yeah, identical. But if you flip it to side A, they're different. And they're different on all the sheets. I think there's 8 different sheets. Is that correct?
So there is an asymmetric element to it once you kind of know how to play. And we'll do that in some of our later games. But there is an asymmetric play where everyone has sheets that allow them to work differently and achieve different things.
And also with the asymmetry, there's multiple factions with the Twilight world. There's 25 factions. And so... and these factions all have different abilities that allow you to work on either one of the sheets, multiple sheets, or just throughout the rounds. So you dealt us 3, and we're going to choose which one we want. And it's really difficult because I have 2 of them. I've narrowed it down to 2. And because I haven't played before, it's like I don't really know the weight that one will carry more than the other. So it's kind of just to like close my eyes and pick.
I'm going to be the Titans of Ol. And I apologize in advance for how I am already going to mispronounce all of the sacred things in this world. I assume this is Mechatol Rex.
Mechatol Rex? That sounds good to me.
That sounds like a really important place. I believe that is an important place in Twilight Imperium.
Here.
We're just doing stuff phonetically as best as it's spelled. So apologies in advance. But I'm going to play the Titans of Ol, and these are going to go back in the box. So yeah, we were dealt 3. We're picking 1, and the others go back in the box.
Oh my goodness! I'm deciding between the universities. You talk. And
you want to just flip it over and you can pick randomly.
No, I know I'm not using that one.
Okay.
It's between these 2, and there's nothing wrong with that one. I just know more about what these 2 can do to weigh in my opinions. And I would explain this to you, but he hasn't explained enough of the game for you to understand. So
what we have not done in our practice game, again, we went through the first 4 turns, got a feel for everything and how the game works mechanically, but what we didn't do is a war or battle and a voting scenario. So we will be going through those. I've read the entire rule book cover to cover, so I have a good idea of what we're doing, but some of those things we will be learning along the way with you. So you know who you're going to be. That's all until we get ready to go.
Okay. When you choose your active sheets in it.
So our first, most of the cards that come out, again, it's played over 25 rounds with these event cards. Most of the cards are strategy cards, and they have the same flow of events where you choose an active sheet. Again, we have 4 sheets. You are going to pick 1 sheet that is going to be your active sheet for the entire
Should we
turn,
divide these like just a little bit so you can see that there are 4?
Yeah, and they arrange so that the names line up in the bottom corner. So you're going to have you pick an active sheet, and that is the one that you are going to stay on that entire turn unless an objective or something that you do triggers something on another sheet, in which case you can mark on the other sheets. But typically,
there's limits to that.
You will be marking on 1 sheet and engaging with 1 sheet each turn. And so we're going to choose an active sheet and spend this card's resources. In this case, it's 2 of these cube resources. I cannot remember the name of those resources. I should look that up.
I think this one's technology. This one looks like a house. So in my head, it's house. And this one's Tesseract.
Material, influence, and research.
Well, I was wrong on all
So we have the material is these squares. The
this is material.
Influence, the material is the brackets with the square in the middle. The influence is the cubes, and the research is the triangles. And as we unlock these colored dice, they all have, based on the color, they only have 1 icon on them. So these are all research, but there are 2 sides of this green dice that has 2 icons, so you get to spend it twice. So on a turn, we're going to choose our active sheet. We are going to spend the resources on the card. So this has 2 influence on it. And then we are going to roll the dice and spend the resources on the dice. So we spend what's on the strategy card or on the event card before we roll the dice. And we're going to start off the first 4 turns. We're going to work on the same sheets together so that you're not having to jump back and forth and follow what we're doing. So we are going to start on navigation.
Well, are we going to talk about our objectives first?
There's
here?
objectives that we can complete. We'll go through them as we complete them. But there's 4 objectives that can be completed, as is normal in gaming. The first person to complete them gets more points.
Oh, why are you flipping them around?
So that they have both points. So.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So the first person to complete these 2 objectives gets 5. On these, they get 7. And it's just, there is 1 objective per board. So there's a navigation, expansion, industry, and warfare objective.
Now remember, there are technically 3 of us playing because there's an AI. So the AI can get that first.
Yes. And that is going to be as they come up this track right here, which is going to be based on the dice rolls. The AI is going to achieve objectives, and then this is going to determine, I believe this is their battle strength.
For when we fight down here on the warfare track.
Right.
And
hey,
again,
Michael, we are just getting started. We are about to take our first turns. You got here just in time.
I did have a question though, because when we're walked through the Learn As You Play for the first 4 rounds, we did not choose our factions yet.
No, that was not part of the Learn As You Play.
Are we going to, because my faction can be activated during those first 4 plays, can I activate it even though we haven't? Okay.
Yep.
So I chose the Universities of Jolnar. And on the back of each one of these has awesome flavor text to give you more in-depth for people like us who don't know these factions. I'm not going to read this right now because it is quite a bit. But each faction has their history and stuff like that. So you have an idea of who you're going to be playing with and who your faction is. But what my abilities are is analytical. When I choose my active sheet, because remember you can only have 1 active sheet that you're working from, if it's in this order shown from my previous active sheet. So here it's saying if you're going in the order that we will be going this first round, which is navigation, expansion, industry, and warfare. If I'm going in that order, then I am able to spend 2 technologies. Wait, what is this, technology or industry? We need to have like flashcards.
Where's our card?
It's right here.
There we go.
I don't think it says on
it's
there.
not on there. Why would they not have the technical?
Because that's for the other things. That's just for your common resources that you use every single time.
Research, influence, and materials.
So I'm able to use 2 extra resource on a technology, which is technology would be just any of these, correct?
What is it?
So just read what I'm able to do.
When you choose your active sheet, if it is next in the order shown from your previous active sheet,
which is in this order.
Yeah, so clockwise.
Right.
Spend
2 on a technology.
Okay, spend 2 research on technology. And I believe technology is... Good morning, Kenny.
You just need to leave that up here.
Technologies can be used during the same round they're unlocked.
Or good day to you. Whatever.
Yeah, these are technologies, I believe.
Those are space dogs.
No, the technologies...
Oh, or what you're able to do. So what I would do is I would just apply 2 of those. Say we roll a technology, I could activate this with 2. So all I need is 1 technology in order to activate, or 1 of these in order to activate any of these technologies here, depending on what sheet that I'm on.
Yes, that's those. The technologies that are unlocked.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, and then the Brilliant, which, because you have 2 abilities too. On your faction, you've got this one that happens every time, and then this one down here. I'm not really sure why they're not the same, but it says spend the resource shown on the black dice on an inactive sheet. If they have not been rolled this round, roll them first. So I'm not sure what activates that, because surely I can't do that every single round.
Let me look that up for our factions.
I don't know why you keep putting that rule book down. You're going to be in
just so it's not.
So you see he's looking at, we've got this analytical, which I can do anytime as long as it applies to the criteria. And then you've got this Brilliant area ability down here on my faction that allows me to spin the black resource dice on an inactive sheet, but surely I can't do that every round. So he's checking to make sure.
Really quick, we did not encounter this on our other turn, the dotted X, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
These spaces cannot be marked normally. Instead, the player must spend the specialty asset shown in the tag, so that's that one, to scrap this space, and then you can
okay, that makes sense.
Do those. We will get to what that means when we get to it.
Oh, this isn't all erased.
Okay, where are the faction cards? Okay, faction cards. Each player can use the first ability on their faction card from the start of the game, resolving its ability. Okay, the second ability is resolved each time the player claims a faction asset. So that's the faction icon. So that would be like this right here. So when you claim this asset, you
Okay.
can use, yeah.
Now yours looks the same too, I'm assuming?
It's the same, it's the same icon.
Okay, so this first ability I can use anytime as long as I am applying what the
Yeah,
requirements
the
are.
first one is available from the start of the game. The second one is available as you acquire a resource.
Okay, well, do I just unlock it, or is it only
No,
one time?
when
'Cause
you
I'm
acquire
only
it,
seeing-
activates.
Okay.
It activates when you.
So I see that icon there, and I see that icon here.
So it's not going to be very often. Those are limited.
I think I only see that icon.
It's resolved each time the player claims a faction asset. Now it may be more often on the asymmetric sides. But yeah, that's what that is. So, are you ready to get started? Do you know what you're doing?
I mean, I can start. I think it's only the same on each one.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So we are choosing an active sheet. Again, for these first few turns, we're going to work on the same sheet, and then we're going to expand and go our own separate ways in the galaxy and try and defeat each other.
And defeat the AI.
Yes, so we are not going to roll the dice first. We roll those after we spend this. So
because it starts as fledgling empire. So 1, choose the active sheet and spend this card's resources. So we have these two influence. And so on your expansion sheet, they've got this little area up here, and that applies to just if you need to use it. And you could apply that to anyone. So it just allows you to mark off, say, so we have these two. So I could do a dot here and here.
Yeah, it's just
to remind myself what I have, and then I can erase as I use them. But because it's just these two, I'm not going to need that.
Yes. So on the navigation sheet, so we have 2 influence to spend. On the navigation sheet, influence, and it's going to be hard to see, but influence allows you to claim an explored system. That is circling it. If it is a dashed line, that is a resource that you can spend later. In this case, I'm going to claim, so I can claim 2 systems. There are 3 pre-marked lines, so I'm going to claim that. And I'm going to go ahead and claim these 2 victory points.
Okay, we're not doing quite the same. I'm claiming those 2 victory points, and then also claiming this planet right here.
Yeah, so we don't yet. No, you can't claim
that
one.
Because I haven't.
But you can claim that one down there.
So do exactly what you did.
Yeah.
I don't want to do what you did.
So you can only claim a system that you have explored to, and you can explore from any system that has already been explored.
Now I could claim this one.
Yeah,
and that's an immediate ability.
Yes, and that would just be marking off over here.
Should I do that? I want to do something different than you.
It's okay. It's the first.
All right. Well, I do want to work on claiming my my planet, so I'll claim that one.
We're doing good, Kenny. We are our brains hurt a little bit, but it's okay. I think this is going to be one of those games that by round 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 22, we're going to really know what we're doing.
How many rounds are there?
There's 25.
Oh my.
So, you got it. You got to just fake it till you make it. Just have that.
I'm here.
Have that energy.
I haven't left yet.
So the speaker rolls the dice.
You have the speaker card.
Yeah, I'll be the speaker. The speaker is just, they don't get anything. They're just the person that rolls the dice and reads the stuff.
They're supposed to read all of the little things on the cards.
Now, a round is spend those 2 resources.
The rounds go faster than you'd think. Sorry, speaker.
The first round is pick a sheet, spend those 2 resources, roll the dice, and spend the resources on the dice. That's the entire round. So the rounds actually go pretty quick, but then when you're doing warfare and stuff like that, it is.
And when we're voting and stuff. There's more aspects to the game that we have not yet done, but that we will walk you through when we get there.
It is estimated 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Once you know the game.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll these.
It's loud. We need to get one. Oh, that one's just dancing.
Okay. So I'm going to line these up.
Dance.
Now we have not unlocked these dice yet, but we do. Why don't you go ahead and mark off those? So we have
this one here. So this gets marked. This is I'm marking for the AI.
That's a material, a single material, a single research,
and then a
double influence.
I need to write these down. Material,
research, influence. Yes.
Oh
okay, so now we have these 3 to spend. So we have 2 material and 1 influence to spend. On the navigation sheet, we're still on the same sheet. On the navigation sheet, material and research lets you explore, and influence lets you claim a system. So I am going to
So I'm going to explore up this direction and claim this planet up here.
Now that little thing right there is a wormhole. You can go into a wormhole and pop out of any other wormhole, but you have to unlock gravity drive. And all of these technologies at the bottom, the bottom of this, the top of, in this bar, you have technologies that can be researched. You can either spend an advanced resource, which is this icon, or the regular resources, so you can get to them faster, but those advanced resources are very valuable throughout the game, so you don't necessarily want to spend them immediately as you go along. So I am going to go ahead and claim this planet up here to spend later. Okay, so that is our entire first turn. We have spent the dice resources. We spent the 2 resources from the card. We rolled the dice. We spent the dice resources.
Hold on. Speaker, you're supposed to read the card.
Oh.
We don't know these people.
Donnell smiled softly, a rare occurrence these days to be sure. Glory to the yin, my brothers. You have done us all proud. No idea what that means. Okay, so now we have
Echoes of
the past.
This is strategy. So
Harug gripped the straps of his pack tightly. Even in the blazing sun, he felt a chill run down his spine. The spirits of the dead roamed here. He could feel them.
Ew.
And the exact same thing. We're going to choose an active sheet and spend this card's resources, roll the dice, and spend the dice resources. That changes on the... there's different cards. There's war cards and other cards that change, but most of them are strategy cards that have that same flow throughout the game.
So we're choosing an activity sheet, which because we're going through the
Yep.
first 4 rounds, we're going to move over to expansion this together.
Yep.
So that's the one we're choosing. And then we're going to choose, or we're going to spin this card's resources. So this card has, I'm going to need you to read it again, or say it again.
Material, research, and influence.
Material, research, and influence.
So you want to go ahead and mark that off for the AI?
But it's not those.
Oh, we haven't rolled this yet.
No, wait, this is what it is. Sorry.
Material,
Sorry.
Material, influence, and research. Here, I'll just set these off. So okay. So the way the expansion board works, again, we have the space docks that we can spend things on to unlock resources, but this main area up here are different planets that we can now explore and use resources on once we have unlocked planets up here. You have to spend a planet that you have claimed in order to unlock this. So I'm just going to be simple and unlock this hazardous planet. So I'm going to cross that off there, and then I'm going to cross this planet off, showing that I have used it. And then I get one more planet, but I could save that for something else. I think I'm just going to stick with this hazardous planet, and I'm going to unlock the...
it doesn't cost to unlock from these resources. You're choosing from the planets that you have already claimed over here on your navigation chart. So that's how they kind of hold hands together and how they work together.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to use another planet from over here, I think, to unlock one of the special dice. And I don't really know which one. This one is the most expensive to get, so that seems like that would be the best one to spend a planet on. So here again, I could either spend 1 planet, or I could spend 5 material resources to unlock a green dice, which I can spend. And the green dice are unlocked per sheet. It's not unlocked per player. So I will eventually spend this to unlock one of these dice on a specific sheet, but you have to unlock them on each sheet to use them. So,
and there's other areas where you can claim those, like down
here.
Yeah,
there's going to be other places to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
You can use that again.
I'm going to use that planet. Do what?
You don't have to just spend that once.
Spend
the technology you can do multiple times, right?
No,
is that the only time you get to do that?
Yeah, so I've claimed that. Yeah, once you circle it, it's claimed.
But this down here.
No, that's unlocking it. You can do the ability, but you're unlocking the ability.
Interesting. Okay.
So, okay, so we have these 3 resources to spend. We have 1 of each.
I don't think that's right.
That is right.
Okay.
You're just either using an advanced resource.
So I can only do this 1 time?
No, you're just once you do this, you unlock this ability permanently. So you're either spending an advanced resource or 3 basic resources to unlock your AI development algorithm.
Okay.
But you can't do that on here because this isn't your active sheet.
I know that. I'm just reading it.
So yeah, this is unlocking that. You're researching that technology. Once you've researched it, it's available the entire game.
Okay.
So the way that the planets work is you are going to be unlocking a planet by spending a planet that you explored, and then you are going to mark off resources. And anytime you mark off a row or a column, you circle the resource at the end of it.
The end of the rainbow.
So I have one of each to spend. I'm gonna go ahead, and I only have this hazardous planet. Oh, you've already marked yours off.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Let me see. I am going to here while I figure out what I'm gonna do. Can you text your dad back and tell him we're in the middle of a live stream and the whiteboard is still attached to the wall? So I'm going to spend one of each. I'm just going to go ahead and do these 3 and try and get as much of that column done as I can. So that is, we have spent the resources on that sheet, and now we're going to roll the dice. Again, we don't have the special dice unlocked, but you roll them every time because even...
Is he taking that whiteboard?
No, he's going to help us bring it up here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So...
Personal stuff. There you go.
So you can use those resources, or you can use the special dice, the colorful dice, on the turn that you unlock them. So that's why, even if you're not playing with the AI, if you're playing a 3 or more player game, you would roll those every turn because you might decide, hey, I really want to use that when I'm going to unlock that dice. And then
I'm going to go ahead and mark for the AI. So it's that 2 symbol, so that's going to be right here. And then we've got that one. Hold on, I can't see. And then one
blue
influence there.
Yes. Okay, so we have one of each again.
So did you unlock that here on this one?
No, I have not spent that yet.
Oh, you haven't
I have
spent
not decided where I want to do that. I just went ahead and spent that planet to get it unlocked. So I'm going to do that. That is going to unlock this symbol. Again, it's a dashed line, so that's going to be available to spend elsewhere at some point. So I spent that one, and now I have... I'll go ahead and just do that one, and I don't think I'm going to want to spend planets on this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so that is the end of round 2, and you can see if we weren't talking through everything that we were doing, the rounds actually go pretty quickly.
Now you're talking more through what you're doing. I'm focusing on this industrial planet here. I was able to get this because I'm wanting to use it for gravity drive.
Right back while you explain what you're doing.
I'm wanting to use this symbol here. If you look over here at my navigation, this is gravity drive.
Navigation?
Navigation? What did I say?
You said navigation.
You know. Navigation. I am here for your new words. Okay, because I want to utilize my wormholes over here. Because one of the prospector here, I'm looking ahead here at my objectives. You need to, not only do we want to go over here to the Mechatol Rex. I'm really...
Mechatol Rex.
But I want to claim 5 systems.
Any Twilight Imperium fans that can phonetically spell out Mechatol Rex, Mechatol, I'm saying Mechatol Rex.
Sounds good to me.
Good.
But I also want to be able to claim 5 planets. But I know that I really won't be able to easily do that without utilizing wormholes. So I want to do that so I can unlock this technology to travel through the wormholes. That's why I chose to do what I did.
Okay. So now are we done with round 2?
I think so. We spent the dice.
You marked everything off for the AI?
I did.
Okay. So we are on to First Ventures. To be clear, Ty said flatly, you knew this ship had no weapons, no fuel, and faulty navigation when you purchased it, and yet...
He gestures.
Here we are. So, choose an active sheet and spend the card's resources. Speaker rolls the dice and spin the dice.
So
that's the round. So we're going to move on to industry.
Yes, we're moving on to the industry. I cannot...
Industry. We're moving on to the industry sheet.
There we go.
It's okay. Pregnancy brain. It's a girl. If anyone missed our announcement, we're having a girl. Adding 5th player baby girl in like February, January.
End of January, early February.
Early February.
Whenever she decides to come.
Yeah. My mom was saying if she can just be 2 weeks late, then it can share my birth, or she can share my birthday. And Allison
took offense.
gave that look.
Took offense to the fact that she
Yes.
suggested me staying pregnant for 42 weeks.
So for
As
the
a
industry
37-year-old
sheet,
woman.
yes, for the industry sheet, we're going to ignore this and this for right now and just focus on this.
Well,
You'll
except
notice,
for you're going to mark things off that allow you to do stuff.
but for now,
Okay.
when you start on the industry sheet, you're just going to focus on this area right here. I'm going to set it down so it stops glaring. You will notice this is
hard to
X'd
see.
off. You have scrapped and claimed. Scrapped is an X, claimed is circled. You can only claim something that is next to a scrapped space. So you're going to have to scrap things in order to move out farther into the little chart here to claim other things. Now, these little X spots right here and here and here and here, and I might be missing some, those are specialty spaces. You have to spend the specialty resource next to them in order to scrap that space, and then that gets you out here. So there are, and I already, did I do that? No, that's from my last turn. I did that in our
Sorry, I
practice
didn't
game.
see that.
It's okay. So again, we still have our specialty research abilities, but we're going to be scrapping and claiming places. But again, you can only claim a resource that is next to a scrapped resource, so you have to scrap resources. So we have 3 materials, and that only lets us scrap a space. So we're going to scrap 3 spaces, and you have to spend them. You can't not spend resources. So
I'm choosing to go this direction here.
I'm going to go to
The
the
top.
left.
To the left. And what's nice is that it's kind of like once you scrap one, there's another resource next to it that's the same in kind of this area. So I decided to do that so that if I wanted to claim this resource, I can. And I think all of these down here, except for the dice, these dice here are the dotted, which means that's immediate. So when we are able to claim, that will immediately allow us to do stuff down here.
Yes. And now that we've done that, because we were about to claim, I will talk about this part of it. This does not happen until a voting or a trade event comes up from the cards. But over here, when you, this spot right here, it has the little speaker bullet. If you mark off that icon, which there's one there and there and there and there, and other places, you underline this, that gains you a vote when voting happens. And then on this, anytime you collect one of these resources shown with a dotted line, you are going to mark it off here from the farthest left. You're going to work left to right. If you mark off on a row over to the space next to a victory point, you circle that victory point and claim it. If you mark off all of the spaces vertically in the column above this right here, you're going to underline these spaces, and then that is going to get you a trade good when that comes around. Don't remember what that does because I've only read it. We didn't do that in our practice few rounds. So that's how that works. So now we need to
Roll the dice.
roll the dice.
So long.
Okay. Hey, we didn't get one of each this time. So let's go ahead and do the AI really quick.
This AI is getting strong. Okay, mark off influence, and then the double down here.
And I think I am actually going to, because I want to use that here, I'm going to spend this from the expansion board to unlock that green dice on this board. But again, that is only on this board.
Yeah, he can only use that on that board, even though that dice has been unlocked. It's only on that sheet. Now, I didn't do this the last round, but my ability as the Universities of Jolnar,
we have abilities.
I do, is moving around. Now, if I had remembered that the last time, I would have probably unlocked this technology here. But it's okay. I forgot. We're going to move on. I am remembering, and I'm going to use it this time. So because I have...
What is yours?
It's if I'm moving in the same... If I'm moving the sheets in this clockwise direction, then I'm able to spend 2... Remind me what these are called again? The green?
Research.
Research. I'm allowed to spend 2 research on a technology, which are these here. So because I have a research here, I'm going to unlock one of these 2 technologies. So I'm going to decide which one I want to unlock. See, this one is development algorithm. While active, meaning on this sheet, I can claim spaces adjacent to at least 3 scrap spaces for free. That's cool.
And Matisse, I'm assuming I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not going to assume I'm saying it right. But Matisse, it looks scary, but it really...
As most games that look intimidating, the more you learn and play,
it's matching,
the narrower
you're
it gets.
matching icons. You're matching icons on the dice. There are great little keys on each thing that tell you what the dice do, but you are matching resources, or you're matching dice to collect resources and then spend resources. If you've played Hadrian's Wall...
Give me the rulebook.
Or Three Sisters or anything like that, it's kind of that you're trying to do ripple effects.
And this rulebook, it has 20 pages.
It's for as much as in this game, the rulebook is not. It's got lots of pictures, lots of illustrations. It's not a daunting rulebook.
Clarifications. It's not daunting.
Yeah. Okay, so
I haven't read it. He has.
I unlocked. Do you mind if did you go back and do your ability?
I'm looking at here. I'm deciding which one of these two technologies I want to unlock.
I forgot my ability also, which is once per round when you unlock a planet, which I only unlocked one planet, so I can only
Wait, you are going to go back?
Yeah, I'm going to go back and do that.
I'm not going back. I'm just
mine only applies to this sheet.
I mean, I think you forgot, and you're
I'm
just gonna
allowing
have to wait until you go back to the expansion.
You can go do it if
well,
you
no,
want.
because then I have to. I mean, I could.
For the viewers, we need to demonstrate.
No, I'm going to move on.
Okay, I'm not. So my Titans of Old. This is you can't even see it. This is my my faction. So, but they can see it. So my Titans of Old. It's awaken once per round when you unlock a planet, which again is spending a planet resource to unlock a planet on the expansion board. You may deploy one Hell Titan. Anomalies do not block its deployment. So what that is over here, you can see this is a T-shaped ship. It doesn't belong over here. I will save that, and I will deploy that before I do anything, because that's on the warfare board, and we haven't gotten to the warfare board yet. So I will explain this, but that's actually why I did it. I saved it so that I didn't have to jump to the warfare board.
Okay.
For the viewers.
I decided to go with the OWL development algorithm.
AI.
You know, whatever.
His name is Al.
You can name your AI whatever you want to name it.
His name is Al.
Okay.
He's an alien.
Yeah, that's Alf.
Oh, yeah. Then we'll name him Alf. What does that stand for?
Alternative life form.
Did you just make that up, or did you actually know?
Either I knew it and it was just locked back there, or I made it up.
He makes
I'm
things
gonna go
up
with
that
that's
sounds
accurate.
So okay. So I'm doing that while active on this sheet. I'm assuming when it says while active, this one says while active and this one says per active.
You explain.
No, I'm asking you.
While active.
This one says while active. This one says per active. Does that not mean?
Per active is once per turn on the active sheet. So this is while active. Anytime this sheet is active, you can do that. Per active is once per turn when that sheet is active. So while active, you can claim spaces adjacent to at least 3 scrap spaces for free. So you can do that as many times as you want, as long as you have the spaces free, or as long as you meet the
requirements?
Yeah. This one is just once per turn.
Okay. But for active, or for claiming one unmarked space...
Alien life form. I was so close. I said
close.
alternative.
You did. Claim one unmarked space adjacent to a scrap space.
Alien life form. That's what I said.
So I'm able to... I already used this, and I use this to claim. I'm going to use this one to claim this one, and then I'm going to utilize...
And you're marking those off down there as you go?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to claim this one here using that algorithm, because it is next to 3. So that's all I can do with that one. But that marks those 3 off here.
Yeah,
so I do that.
I'm going to do that.
And I'm able to underline this little thing here, which will, a trade good, which will affect over here later on.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and
I did it.
I'm going to spend, because I unlocked that green one, so I have 4 of those to spend. So I'm going to go ahead and do those and do the psychoarchaeology.
Nice.
And choose any space that contains a little speech bubble and either scrap it or claim it.
What's nice to be able to scrap that if you want is that now you can do that anywhere. So you could start claiming and scrapping in a totally different area.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that and go ahead and get a vote, just because I want my voice to be heard. So Now, so I've spent 3 of those, so I have 1 and 1 left. So I will claim, go ahead and claim that and mark that one off, and I will claim that, and I will mark that one off. That's going to get me 1 trade good. And again, you can only, so now on this one, I have to scrap a space to be able to claim more spaces, because claimed spaces have to be next to scrap spaces. So you can't just keep claiming all around. You have to scrap spaces in order to be able to claim spaces.
Yep,
Okay.
I believe that is the end of that.
So now we're on to round 4. A
Strong foundation.
Choose active sheet and spin to this card. Oh, Captain Aguero's side. The work was not what he had expected, not what he'd wanted, but it had to be done. There would be time for fighting later. So we are moving to our warfare sheet. Sounds like we're fighting now. Okay,
Not yet.
so on the warfare sheet, I need to mark those off because that was our last game.
Sorry.
So the way the warfare sheet works is you have these ships over here. You have the infantry, the PDS, the cruiser, the dreadnought, and the war sun. These are the resources that it costs to build that ship. The infantry is just a single dot. You can spend 1 of any resources to deploy an infantry, but you don't mark off like the PDS. You can only build 4 of those. You can only build 4 war suns or 2 war suns. Infantry, you can build as many as you want. When you deploy a ship, you have to either start adjacent to an existing ship or start above the deployment line on the first row above the deployment line. The deployment line moves up after each battle. So for right now, we have to start on this orange line here, and you just draw the shape. You're able to rotate to mirror shapes. You just draw the shape on with the nodes. If you cover up a node with a resource, you claim that immediately. These red hexagons, octagons,
Or anomalies.
those are anomalies. You cannot, those are block spaces. You have to build around them, except for my awaken,
What?
which anomalies do not block its deployment. And when
Aren't you
we,
special?
when we have a battle, you'll notice this is divided into left sides and right sides. We're going to total up the number of nodes on the left and right side, and that is how we're going to battle the left and right player. So Allison is my left player, the AI is my right player. What it said to do was to roll a dice to determine who was the left and right player versus the other player versus the AI, but that would be if you're playing across from each other. Since we're sitting next to each other,
We'll just do
we're
this.
just going to
They're
do
sitting
actual
here, so
directions.
we're
Yeah.
just gonna go in a circle.
So I am going to draw on my my Heel Titan,
Hill Titan.
and I'm going to do that here.
Now
Draw
I
that
did
there.
up here on my expansion sheet, I did circle this icon here, which I did in order to do the gravity drive in order to go through wormholes. But I do have an option here to do fleet logistics and unlock this technology, which during each war at 3 strength, if there are at least 2 non-infantry units deployed, and infantry are these 4 here, or non-infantry are these 4 here. Infantry is just 1 dot, so it's just a little ship. So if I have 2 non-infantry units deployed during a war, I can add 3 strength. And that strength can be a big weight if I'm down by 1 or 2. But I think I'm going to hold on to that like I intended for the wormholes, and I'm not going to spend that. So I do have 2 influence. I'm going to go ahead and create a PDS ship, which is this little T here.
I'm going to do
Now we
the
do
same.
have to start on.
You have to start on the
this
line
bar.
above the deployment line or adjacent to an existing ship. So I'm going to do a PDS also, and you can rotate and mirror.
Now it's interesting. You can also have, like, I could put it through the
Yes,
line.
you can go through. Again, you're just going to count the nodes on the left and right of this center line to determine your battle with the left and right player.
I think I'm going to do this way. Circle that one there. Okay, you're going to roll the dice.
Yes. Okay.
Oh no, that was a 1 influence.
Okay, so we got one of each.
I'm gonna mark AI's.
Again, I unlocked the green dice on my industry sheet, but I have not unlocked it on my warfare sheet yet.
Okay, Alf is all marked up.
Okay, so we have one of each to spend. I do have a specialty thing. Deploy 2 infantry. Each infantry must be adjacent to another unit and can be deployed below the deployment line. Okay, so that would let me, below the deployment line would be like to collect a resource that I've already gotten or that I've missed.
Do we know when war happens?
No, it's phase 2, 3, and 4, and maybe 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, phase 2, 3, 4, and 5 will have war, so not phase 1. And the cards, you know, they're divided into 5 phases, and they are semi-random. There's light-backed, there's blue and black-backed cards. So you shuffle the cards in each color and number, and then you alternate those shuffle cards. Phase 2, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, and then phase 3 and phase 4. So there is some. I have to assume that those blue and black have some sort of, you know,
I have no idea.
Method to the madness.
I have a question. When we have a
question?
war, what if you are equal in strength?
We'll find that. I think if we're equal, then we tie and we both get the victory.
Okay.
But we will find that out when we get to war. So I have one of these hanging out over here that I haven't spent yet, but I don't think I want to spend that yet.
And is this considered, like, could you do that? Say you did an infantry there because you're there. Would that be considered connected?
Yeah, it's adjacent.
Okay.
It's not connected. It's adjacent.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to...
I'm just going to utilize all 3 of
So what
those
is
and just do
the-
infantries.
And keep in mind, like our warfare build 6 non-infantry units. Industry have 10 scrap spaces.
Wow.
Navigator, we'll move that. Claim
Maybe
5
I'll change
systems
that.
on navigation, and then claim an asset from 4 different planets and or space docks. So that's what it is. The resources are the squares that you mark off, and these are resources that you're spending. Assets are the things that you claim. So I'm going to...
Wrong one. It's better if you let this chalk marker dry before you start erasing. Oh, sorry, I bumped you.
And let me make
I
sure...
don't feel like I was very aggressive my first round of warfare.
the dreadnoughts and the war sun you can't start building until you have spent that resource.
What?
Yeah. Sorry. We're learning as we go, people.
I know.
So...
Well, then I might just do what I did before and just
I
do
spent
infantries.
that.
All right, I'm just going to redo what I did the first time.
I'll go ahead and
I'm just doing...
spend that, and then I'll spend that. What I was checking is if you have to work from left to right on that.
What do you mean? Oh, I wouldn't think so because it's just
Yeah.
It's just marking off, just like up here. You don't have to work from a certain area. I think
But
if
I
you've
want to
got...
make sure because they're in a row.
well, like the war sun. Say I have an influence and I don't have the supply.
I can mark off the influence.
Any order.
Any order,
Yep.
he said. Any order.
Okay, so that is the end of round 4. We're on to round 5.
Hold on a second. Just realized I have 2. I could use one of these to mark this off. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to erase this. And because of my ability here, and I'm going in this order, this clockwise order, because we went from industry to warfare, I have 2
research
to add to this one here.
to spend on technology.
To spend on technology.
That is
so
valuable.
it is, especially if I go in this order. It is. If I decide to jump around, then it's not as valuable. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. So this is unlocked, which during a war, I can add 3 strength if I have 2 non-infantry units deployed. I currently only have 1 non-infantry unit deployed, but hopefully I can get another non-infantry unit out there before we go into a war, so that I can add 3 strength on either side that I would need. You still with me here?
Yep, I'm still with you.
All right, we are about to move beyond what we have done before.
Yes. So we are moving. We are now not going to stay in the same sheets. We are going to do wherever we feel is the best thing for us to do. So again, the first 4, we just went around in a circle so we could touch on how each different board works. Now we're not gonna. So we have,
Please don't tell me it's war.
Redefine trade routes. This is a production. Claim 1. Okay, claim 1 trade good on industry for each unlocked +1 trade good icon in your industry chart. So I only have 1.
I only have 1 as well. It's not the same one, but I have 1.
You would have, it would be that one. You have to mark out the leftmost. So you still only have 1, but you would mark out
I did not know I had to work on.
You work left to right on that.
Okay.
So you still have 1. Okay.
So I have 1, but it's not the same one. Okay, so now I circle my trade good.
Station Master, Kier said, fidgeting nervously. We can't just show up expecting cargo. These routes have been dead for centuries, Artuno smirked. See to it that they are reinstated then. The Memoria will accompany you if necessary. The Nomad's coffers will be filled.
I have no idea who these people are or why.
But there's a cat with a monkey on its back.
Is that a monkey?
3-fingered monkey.
With red eyes.
And he looks kind of like a...
It looks like he's controlling the
He looks
cat.
a little bit like who's the It's a Trap guy. Admiral Akbar. A little Akbar-ish. Okay, so let me...
It's a trap.
Hold on.
Don't turn... Okay.
I want to make sure that we're not... So production event cards represent each faction's economic might coming to fruition. There are 3 production events during the game in stages 2, 3, and 4. After everyone finishes production, a new round begins. So that happened early in round 2. So we only have... That's... I feel kind of... Okay, so I assume production will... Oh, each two trade goods equals 1 victory point at the end of the game. So that was the entire round. Round 6.
They go fast, apparently.
Okay, so we're back to a strategy. Choose an active sheet and spend this card's resources. So this just has 1 research. The speaker rolls the dice and spend the dice resources. So if you're just jumping in, we are on round 6 of Twilight Inscription. This massive roll and write based on Twilight Imperium. We have played through on the same board so far, but now we're branching out to our own things. So we are going to spend this 1 resource from this active sheet. The game's played over 25 rounds. We're on round 6, but they're moving pretty quick. So first thing we do is spend that.
And up here in the corner here, it tells you how those apply. So this one is explore 1 adjacent system. So you're not claiming with this resource, you are just exploring. So I'm going to explore up here to this wormhole. And because I saved this icon here on my expansion sheet, I'm going to go ahead and spin that so I can activate this technology, which I can now explore. Oh, I just marked that before it was dry. I can now explore through wormholes. So which means I can go through this wormhole and come out over here to start exploring. Or I can go, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different wormholes. So now I can go explore space through wormholes, which I think is going to be pretty valuable.
Do you see where else you can unlock the dice?
Yes,
they're over
down
here.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to go to industry. I'm going to...
So he's over here in this
Yeah,
area.
I'm going to do industry this turn. So I'm going to do my psychoarchaeology first per active turn. So once per active turn, I'm going to mark off this one and then use that to claim this space right here.
Wait. Oh, because you're using that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm claiming an unmarked space. So that's going to do that. I'm going to mark that off because it's a dotted line, so I do it immediately. Again, in all of these circles, when we're claiming an asset, if it's a dotted line, you immediately find somewhere else and mark it off. If it's a dashed line, that is a resource that you're saving for later. Don't worry about that. That's going to be, it's going to sit.
That's okay, just in case.
No,
I'm just setting it up just in case.
So now the speaker rolls the dice, and then we spend the dice resources. Okay, there were no dice to roll for that.
Not yet.
Hold on. What did the...
Do they do anything for
That's what I
production?
need to check and see if the AI does anything on production.
We're backing up to make sure that the AI doesn't do anything on production.
Strategy events, war events, council events. Doesn't say anything about production events. That is what that was. Yeah. Okay.
AI just sits there and twiddles the thumb.
Yep. They can't produce
Okay,
anything.
so now you're gonna roll.
Yes. Okay, so you want to go ahead. It's one of each single.
Ooh, they're getting close to
They are.
stuff.
Okay, so I have the green dice to spend also.
Roll this so I can
So I'm
claim.
going to scrap.
Okay.
I'm still, again, we're still
Darn
on our
it.
active board. So
I was
I'm gonna
really hoping you would have rolled one of those
scrap
green
that.
ones.
I'm going to claim that green die or that green thing. I'm going to claim.
Okay, I'm going to go up here. I'm going through this wormhole because I've activated that. So I'm going to go through this wormhole and explore here.
Scrap that. Clamp that.
And
I can claim 2 more.
I'm going to, so I can claim 2 and explore once. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to claim this one. And I think it's the, oh, and this one here. Which means, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm claiming these icons here, I'm marking them off down
Yep.
here on my industry.
Yes,
Okay.
because they're
so
a dotted line, so they
this is my
trigger
active
immediately.
sheet, but because I circled these in the dotted lines, I'm moving down here to my industry, and I'm going to mark these 2 off here.
Yes.
Okay. And that is it at this point.
Okay. And we need to keep in mind like that. Oh, I should have navigated. Okay. Okay, you ready?
I am.
Ooh,
Council.
it's a council.
Okay.
Hold on, let me straighten these up a little bit.
The
Sorry.
The din of the council chamber faded as the speaker called for order.
Order! Order! Sorry, you're the speaker.
Order, please. Today's session would be pivotal. The Caleris proclamation was to be signed into full effect. Quanaj smiled. A new chapter in his career would begin today.
Congratulations.
So claim 1, check 1 vote on industry for each unlocked +1 icon in your industry chart, then flip and vote on the stage 2 agenda. So I have 3.
You have 3?
Yep. So we start automatically
Dude.
with 2 votes. So
I
I have
have
3.
1.
So the way this works is we're going to flip over an agenda. It's a little bit different for
What? Oh, hold on. What does the AI do during this?
nothing. Or hold on, we'll
Sure?
go
Okay.
in just a second.
Okay.
So the AI, so we're going to vote. We're going to pick whether we want it to pass or fail and how many votes we're willing to devote to that from the votes that we have. So,
We've never seen one of these before.
yes. Okay. So the way that this works with the AI, normally we would just flip over if there's 1 vote card or there's 1 council card per stage. I don't know what those are called, the age that we're in.
There's only 1 per?
Stages. With this, we're putting out all of them because we have to find 2 different types of cards. So for the council events, so we draw the first agenda. So this is our stage 2 agenda. Is there space right here? Can we see that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Here, you can see down here. Just move
I'm going to
these.
scoot this over a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so we draw our stage 2 agenda. Pass. The player who casts the most pass votes chooses a commodity type. Each player claims 1 resource for each claimed commodity of that type in their industry grid. Okay, so we're going to put this out there.
That's the fail.
The fail doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
Then we're going to put the speaker cards. We do pass side up. And then this has a star icon. So that has a star icon there. So we go until we have a non-star icon, which this one is a non-star icon. Now we're done with those. So then we put the fail. So we have the pass from that. And the fail on warfare. Each player crosses out the asset above the strength box for one future war. If they win that war, they do not claim an asset. Okay. So the draw, so we have the agenda and the counter agenda. The players cast their votes, but they do not mark pass or fail. Then the speaker draws a line through any unmarked icons on the corresponding stage of the for the AI. The AI casts votes equal to the number above the rightmost crossed out icon on the track. So go ahead and cross out the 4 and the 5.
Why? So they only had up to 3, so they automatically get 5 votes?
No, we're just, no, cross it out. Don't X it out.
Oh.
Put a line through it.
Wait till it dries first.
Okay.
It wasn't dry.
So we have to decide how many votes we want to spend. So I'm going to
How do I...
secretly.
And this is for the pass?
No, this is just how many votes we want to spend. Okay, so this is where so we cast our votes, and then we roll 1 black die.
I've marked these off. It matters.
Okay, so it's a resource. The AI casts. The AI cast votes equal to the number of the rightmost crossed out icon on the track for the corresponding space, plus additional votes based on the die roll, 0, 1, or 2. So the AI is going to cast 5 votes. It's based on that right there. So it's 3 plus 2 because we rolled a research. Each player who cast more votes than the AI resolves the outcome that has the star icon, which is a positive outcome. Each player who did not cast more votes than the AI must resolve the outcome that does not have the star icon, which is a negative outcome. Outcomes are resolved separately and do not affect other players. So I'm going to now, do you understand how this works? Okay. So,
if
it's
I
only
vote
casting more votes.
pass, but I don't win it.
You're not voting pass or fail on this. You have a star icon. So if you spend more votes than the AI, you're voting for pass, and you resolve the pass.
But I don't have enough,
right?
So
you
I don't
can't,
think I'm going to vote.
So you can't do that. So you have to, on your sheet right here, you have to say how many votes you want to spend.
But there's no point in spending any votes.
So knowing that, I'm going to spend 0.
Yeah, I was going to spend 0 as well.
Because I don't think I can win.
Save up.
Yeah. So now we'll roll this to see how many they're spending. Now that we don't know for sure what it is. We know that they're going to have at least 3 votes.
Okay.
And they have 4.
So you could have won if you'd spent all your votes.
If I'd spent all of them, but I didn't feel confident.
Do we know if they're voting to pass or fail, though?
They don't vote for pass or fail. If you spent more votes than the AI, you would go with the one with the star. Sometimes that's going to be pass, sometimes that's going to be fail. If you spend less votes than the AI, then so we both spent less.
Yawning. I need more coffee.
Would you like more?
No, I don't want coffee here. Yeah. I don't drink Folgers.
Okay. Each player who casts more votes than the AI resolves the outcome that has the star icon, which is a positive outcome. Each player who did not cast more votes. So that's how you're voting for the pass or fail.
Okay.
So
technically we both voted for fail because we didn't vote.
So we have to, on warfare, each player crosses out the asset above the strength box for one future war. If they win that war, they do not claim an asset. So we have to pick a future war.
Not including the one, like,
Any of
could
them.
be the one we're on.
Yeah. So I'm going to cross out that one.
I'm going to cross out this one. Oh,
Okay.
cross it, not exit. Hold on. Dry. Which one did you cross out? The planet?
Yep.
I'm crossing out this dice because I can get it other places.
Okay. So that is the end of that. So now he's gonna we're gonna be working on the second row there.
This one here?
So now, yes, now the AI is working on their stage 3 council votes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Towards a new home.
Or another strategy.
The cargo ships blasted out of the planet's gravity field. Their destination was weeks away, if not months. For all, it meant the promise of new life. For some, it would mean death. So we have 3 materials to spend.
And I'm going to move on to my...
I'm going to work on navigation.
I am going to work on expansion. I think those are explore.
Well, maybe I marked this off. That was supposed to be like
Okay,
that.
so we have this. So I'm just gonna,
Maybe I...
what
maybe
does
I
this
will.
do?
That's just an empty place, I think.
But why claim it?
I don't know.
So I'm going to explore this way. Let me see what that does. Because there's a bunch and they're circleable.
So maybe I'll go ahead and just utilize those and all right, I'm gonna stay. Can I stay on the same sheet that I was previously? Yeah. Okay.
I believe so. Let me.
Yeah, double check before I mark these. Make sure I can repeat a sheet. Now, if I repeat the sheet, then I can't utilize my factions ability because I didn't move from warfare. I keep yawning. I'm so sorry.
So we're trying to figure out if you can choose the same sheet. Yeah, it just says choose an active sheet. It doesn't say that it has to be different. So
Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and the reason I'm doing this is because I need to explore so I can start claiming. So I'm going to explore. Let's see, I'm going to explore here, here, and here. You see that? That says that I can explore. Okay. You ready to roll, Mr. Speaker? What you looking for?
I'm just looking for the.
I don't know what that is.
I don't get why that.
Why those are empty? Because there's a few of them.
Yeah.
They're like bubbles. I think there's 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I wonder if there's a.
They don't say.
Okay, I have 12 consecutive claim systems. That's all they are empty, but you would use it on this.
On a different one.
On a different
okay.
objective. Okay. Yep. So there's no reason to claim those that I can see.
That we have currently.
Yes.
Okay. So roll the dice.
So roll the dice. Okay.
Score.
So I'm still here.
So I can explore. I am going to claim the Mechatol Rex.
Okay.
Ha ha.
Hold on.
Hold on.
We may be
That's
doing
epic.
it the same turn. So
What?
I have that. I'm going to unlock my green dice from that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 claim. Yes. So I can. So 1, 2, 3,
Dang
4,
it.
and I can claim
Bummer.
it also. So we both get the 7 points and the 2 votes.
So who are you? I'm going to just write our name up here instead of our, because it says faction.
Yep.
I'm writing my name first because I said I was doing it first.
Okay. That's fine. I'll let you have that small width.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So
Okay.
do we automatically circle those 3 votes?
You can put me at 2. Put me at 2.
This one?
Yes.
But you did it.
Just mark it. I did. Okay, then mark out this one so
Okay.
that the AI goes in on space 3.
Haha, Alf, you didn't do it in time.
Okay, so I claimed, but now I can explore 2. So I'll explore 1, 2. I'm bummed that you did that at the same time. I was really,
Okay, so now we immediately claim 3 votes.
So we circle those?
Yep.
Still votes behind you.
And then,
And we don't add victory
hold
points
on,
till the
then
end of the
we-
game.
okay, so we write it up here.
Oh, we write 7.
Yep. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, I didn't mark. Did I?
Did you claim a green dice?
No. For
No,
AI.
you haven't done the AI yet.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So, gosh,
One.
they're getting strong.
1 single blue and 1 double green. Okay. Did we spend? Yes, we spent those already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. War.
Oh, crud!
Okay, advance
I'm
the.
gonna lose both of these.
Okay. So now,
No,
Unlen. Evelyn smirked as she hailed the Viscount's heavy cruiser. Looking to bring history to life, are we? She gave the signal, and the Benthics railguns whirred to life. Advance the deployment line. So that's this right here. So we just cross out this next line.
Okay.
Then resolve a war against each neighbor using the sections immediately below the deployment line. So we're doing it with this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dang it.
And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have 4.
So
and
to
2.
resolve a war,
I
you
lose
count
both.
you count the nodes that you have marked off on that section. So we added the deployment line, which is that, just goes to the next dotted line. And the war is resolved using the section below the deployment line that you just did. So we go to the next one, it will just be in these 2. So let me make sure that we're resolving this correctly.
I'm gonna lose 2 victory points. Bummer.
Okay, advance the deployment line. Total strength against left neighbor. Total strength against right neighbor. Compare strength to left neighbor. Compare strength to right neighbor. Okay,
Hey, neighbor.
so let me check with the... equal to the value of the rightmost crossed out. So they have 5. So go ahead and strike through 6 and 7 on there. So I have 5 against you.
And you win by 1.
Okay, so I get that resource and you get -1 victory point.
And then it's against 5 there.
Yep, and then I have 4, so
So I lost 2 victory points.
I would have lost that one anyway, so it didn't matter that I gave up that planet there.
So you guys circle. Okay, you did circle.
I did. Okay, so
So what do you do with that? That's a dash. That's over here. So you get to do those.
if I want to.
Where else?
You can
would you?
use
Oh,
it
you
other
can use it
places.
in
Yeah.
other places. Okay.
Yeah, so you can use it like right there and there. Okay, so on to
Was not a fan of that war.
strategy. Choose active sheets, spend this card's resources. Where do I want to
You know what's
go?
ironic? On the back of my Universities of Jolnar, it says physically weaker than most other species. I have proven that true.
Okay.
So was that
Boarded defense.
Was that a 2? when did we come to stage 3? Was that was a stage 2?
Yeah, the war was the end of stage
So this
2.
is the beginning of stage 3. This is a black card. Okay. So.
Are you gonna read this?
Sure.
Connor
radioed command. You're right. It was nearly impenetrable. Moments later, the shield pylons came crashing down. Useless.
Oh no. Border defense.
So this is a normal round. It's a strategy round. So we're going to choose an active sheet. I need to.
I'm gonna go ahead and move over here to my expansion.
I'm going to go ahead and get ready just in case there's another war that happens.
I have not claimed any other planets.
So we get to spend 2 of those. I'm going to spend this guy right here, Allison. I'm going to spend this resource to unlock the War Sun.
You're on the warfare
yeah, I'm on warfare. Okay, and then I spend 2. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to try and get my War Sun built.
There, okay, you want to roll?
Now we roll the dice. Okay, you want to mark off for the AI really quick. And then we have 2 materials and an influence. So I'm going to do that 1 influence. Okay. So now I get a PDS.
I can activate my second ability. Spend resources shown on the black dice on an inactive sheet. If they have not been rolled this round, roll them first. So I can use these on an inactive sheet, which allows me to explore and claim.
I spent that, and then I'll just go
Or
ahead and spend that and that. Will you decide what you're going to do? Do you want me to get you any more tea or anything? There you go.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I need some caffeine, but I'm going to. I think I'm going to spin those over here and just prepare. Okay.
Okay.
I did move from there, but I don't have another active technology or industry, whatever that one is.
Okay.
So I think we're done with that.
Yep.
That round.
Just spent all the day. Did you mark off for the?
I did.
Okay.
I did that first.
Going to another war.
Oh no!
I don't have. Okay.
I have nothing.
What happens in the event of a tie?
That's what I'd asked. But yeah, you and I are gonna tie. No, you're gonna win against the AI. Or you're gonna tie against me. And I'm gonna lose.
You neither win nor lose. So you and I are gonna.
It's a wash.
Okay, so I am. So my left I have 0. My right I have 1, 2, 3, 4. We go ahead and cross off this.
I already did. So I have 0, 0. So I lose.
Were we supposed to roll a dice for the
AI? I don't think so. I think it's just their strength that they have. Because there's no dice. Like here, it's got a dice thing, and there's nothing up here.
Okay.
So that's just
go
their
ahead
strength.
and cross through that. So I have 4. AI has 2.
So you win against the AI, but we tie.
Yep.
So you get to unlock.
I get to unlock a dice somewhere whenever I choose to do so.
I lose another victory point.
So now, but we have, and just to, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 more rounds
to
in
prepare.
stage 3, so we know that it's going to be at least, because round 5 is the first round on stage 4 is a black card and war is blue cards. The blue cards may be war, so we have at least 6 rounds before we're going to war again.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Are you ready to flip this one on?
yeah, are we done with that?
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We have a strategy card.
So choose an active sheet.
I was just on this one.
I'm going to go to navigation, I believe.
I'm going to industry. And let's see. I can claim an unmarked space adjacent to a scrapped space.
I'm going to go ahead and navigate down to there.
Okay. I'm gonna, because I'm moving from the expansion to the industry in clockwise order, I can do this, and so I can add 2 to this one to activate this. So when active, choose any space that contains a little bubble, thought bubble.
Per active, so once per active turn.
Mm-hmm. So I can scrap it or claim it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to scrap this one here. So hopefully I can start claiming over in this area as well.
Yep.
All right, so you got to roll.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay,
one.
so we have 2.
Let me mark off.
We're just exploring.
Ow.
That was terrible.
You are. I'm in a different place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, so many. Now they've already
I'm
utilized
gonna go
used
ahead
up
and
all of their
spend-
votes. I can't add any. Do I add more?
I believe you just keep on going.
Oh, that was sorry. That was only 1, not 2. I'm gonna erase that one. And then 1.
Leftmost unmarked icon.
I have a question. I've marked off all of these. Do I need to mark off one
Yes.
in order for them to go there? Okay.
Yep, so they now claim Mechatol Rex.
No, they do? Or do I have to wait and mark off one
No,
more?
they claim it when they get the thing next to it.
Okay, so they've now claimed here. So AI, I'm just going to call him Alf.
I'm going to go ahead and use this up here.
Daniel, we need to... I'm going to...
I got it.
You got it? Sorry, we're cleaning this up a little bit.
Don't go to that best adult dating site.
Don't go.
Okay.
Okay.
Should be. Did those all come off?
Yes, they're all done.
Did it?
And they were hidden. You're good. You can still view the deleted message, but
they're not.
maybe I can because I'm an admin.
Yeah, probably so. Is anyone else seeing those love chat messages that just popped up?
That's ridiculous.
Allison, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm an admin.
Yeah, you're an admin. So we had a bunch of dating site messages pop up
Okay.
that I think we hid.
Okay.
but- Okay.
So you rolled that. I did erase that. Okay, so here is...
It's just exploration. Okay, so
I
I
can
used this
claim
to...
a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so I used this to unlock this, so I can claim up to 2 explored small systems.
While active, I can claim space adjacent to 3. Do that. So I can claim here.
I'll just go
1. Oh no, I can't do that because it's not scrapped. Ah,
2, 3. And then
that
I
felt
can
like I
climb
broke
up
a
to 3.
crayon.
Yeah, that was the
it
sound it made.
sounded like I broke a crayon. That was weird.
So I can claim up to 2 explored small systems with my integrated economy. That's going to let
Oh,
me...
so you're down here? Oh wait, no, you stayed up there.
Okay.
Do that one, and then I will do this one. So I can do that, which allows me to scrap 2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap. Scrap 2. I'm thinking. Okay.
Ready?
Almost. I'm going to scrap here. And there.
Okay. Okay, and if you're just jumping on, we're playing Twilight Inscription. We are about halfway through the game. We're kind of rocking along through rounds now, other than this last round, which Allison has taken quite a while to decide
I'm
what she's going to
thinking.
do.
Oh, I think I'm done.
Yep.
I was just thinking.
And you did the resource, you did the dice for the AI?
I did.
Okay. So
Ooh, my
now,
brain is a little mushy.
flipping over round 3, production. Claim 1 on industry for each unlocked +1 icon, so I'm claiming 2 more.
Wait, so I don't
So
mark
you're
those
claiming
off?
2.
So this is an engine field?
That's
Okay.
so each tie, yeah, you're building a little engine there. Yeah, James, it's kind of, this is our first game.
It's not as bad analysis paralysis. There's just a lot of like,
analysis
okay, wait, if I did that,
paralysis,
then that
yeah.
happens. Okay, if I do that, then that happens. So
The
it's just
analysis
following.
paralysis is which sheet am I going to work on. Once you get that, it's pretty straightforward, but trying to balance, like I only worked on this one. I need to do expansion next time because I've only worked on my expansion once, and that was on the first round.
I've just done it twice.
Analysis paralysis. Okay, maximum yield. This is a strategy. Choose an active sheet and spend this card's resources.
I'm moving on to my warfare.
Yeah, I'm going to go to expansion.
So
And so I'm going to spend that card's resources. I don't have any Yeah, I don't have any planets to spend. Oh, that hurts.
ooh, that does hurt.
So I have to stick to this one.
Let's see. I'm gonna go here. I have to. I'm building a cruiser, which is just a straight line here, and I have to start from this bottom line. It has to either touch the bottom line or be connected to another one. So I get to circle that here. That symbol is over here in population.
I'm going to
so
be
I'm gonna
really.
circle here.
I'm going to be in a pickle if.
Hold up.
No,
Hold on.
that's not the best thing for me to do. I'm not going to use this as my active sheet.
We're both doing this. Okay. I'm erasing this one because I circled this first one. I circled that first one during our practice play and didn't erase it. So this would be the first one that I ended
And
up
I'm moving.
circling.
I'm not going to do this as my active sheet. I'm going to come down here because
Where are you at?
I was up here, but I have not. If we
You're not doing your explore?
no, because there's
expansion?
3 of those. If we happen to roll all of these dice, I have nothing. If they all come up on materials, I have nothing I can do. Because I would only have 2, so I don't want to get to a place where I can't do anything. This is still going to be.
Wait, you should have 2 planets. You explored, or you claimed 2 planets up here. Where's your other planet?
I used
Oh,
one
you
there and
used
one
it- you
there.
opened
And
the
last
space
time
dock.
we didn't get any, so I couldn't claim a planet. So
Ooh,
I'm gonna.
that's rough.
Yeah, it is rough. Don't act like you care. Okay.
Okay,
We'll
so I
go
spent 1 to do
there.
that. So I still have 2 more. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't have one of these to
I need to
unlock my
scrap
dreadnoughts.
resources.
Ooh, I need to get on that.
Get on what?
Nothing.
Okay.
I need to unlock a dreadnought. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark here and here with those 2. Okay.
Yeah, Robert, it's very daunting, but it's the actual mechanics of the game are not difficult. It's just figuring out where to go.
Okay.
But yeah.
You gonna roll?
Yes. I don't think our second game is going to require any rules checks.
We'll see.
Except maybe for the AI. I think it's that. Okay, you want to mark off for the AI?
Got a double. They're about to be
Oof, that's
claimed
double.
obligation.
Okay,
And the double here. Okay.
so we claim. Okay, so 2 claims and a scrap.
Okay, I can build another. I'm going to build another cruiser. And because I moved from the
Oh,
industry.
I did this when I have 10 scrap spaces. So I get 7.
Hold on. You did what?
I have 10 scrap spaces.
Oh, 1,
So
2,
I get
3, 4,
7.
5, 6.
So I completed the objective of having 10 scrap spaces. So I go ahead and write 7 up here and flip this card over. So now we know there's only 4 available for that. The factions, I am the Titans of Ol. Allison is the Universities of Jolnar. And I'm not utilizing my faction well.
I am utilizing this faction because I can, when choosing your next active sheet, if it is next to the order shown for my previous active sheet, spend 2 of the, remind me what this is again, and research on a technology. And these are your technologies here on each sheet. And so because there's 1 technology here, I did move from my industry sheet to my warfare sheet. I can do this. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my transit duodes. Per active, deploy 2 infantry. Each infantry must be adjacent to another unit and can be deployed below my deployment line. Well, now why would I do that?
If you want to go back and pick up a resource that you had.
Okay. So I'm activating that one. And I can use that 1 time each time I'm activating my warfare sheet. Oh. I didn't realize this. I should not have lost against her 1 because I could add 3. No, never mind, because I didn't have 2 non-infantry. Just kidding. That wouldn't have applied. Okay, so I can deploy 2 infantry. Okay, so I'm going to do this one right here. And this one right here.
Okay, and I did a lot because I had an unlocked green dice, so I got to do 2 extra claims. So I have a green dice and a blue dice to unlock somewhere else.
And I'm going to now build a PS.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and use that blue dice here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to unlock that blue dice here. So I have a green dice to utilize somewhere else. So I can immediately, I unlocked the blue dice with this down here, and I can immediately use that. So if you're just joining us, basically the flow of the game on most rounds, other than the warfare and the council rounds, is you're going to choose one of these 4 active sheets. You're going to use the resource, you're going to spend the resources on the card, which in this case are 3 materials. And then you're going to roll all of the dice. We're only in a 2-player game, so the AI, the colorful dice, go towards the AI. And then if we have unlocked the dice, which is shown here, so I've unlocked a green dice in navigation, a green and a blue in industry. If you have unlocked the dice on your active sheet, then you can use those. Otherwise, you just get to use the black dice. But you spend the resources on the card, you roll the dice, and you spend the resources on the dice that are available to you. And that's how you play Twilight Inscription.
In a nutshell.
There you go. So I need to spend that blue dice somewhere. And over here on the industry board, you can either scrap with material or you can claim with influence and research, but you can only claim next to a scrap space. So I am going to.
There's a lot to look at, but it's definitely narrowed down.
Yeah, I'm going to use my I unlocked my faction expansion. So cross out all resource icons in one row or column of an unlocked planet. So I'm going to go ahead and do. I'll do that column.
So you get a point.
Yep. Good. So that was, I used my faction ability. You can't see our factions here, but when you mark off this faction icon, you get to use your faction ability. The main ability.
When you're Titans of Old.
Yeah, the main ability you can use from the beginning of the game. Your secondary ability you get to use when you claim a faction ability icon. So on expansion, on my expansion, cross out all of the resource icons in one row or column of an unlocked planet. This planet is unlocked. or erase all marks on an unlocked planet. So I did that. That triggered this, which is just a victory point down here. It's a population. So that is the end of this round.
Whew.
You ready to
Okay.
move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Council.
Ooh.
Okay. So claim one check
Yeah,
on
hold
industry.
Read the Titan.
Oh, sorry. The Titan stared silently as the other diplomats argued. These small creatures, always squabbling, always grasping for more. Her thoughts drifted to the to home, and she sighed audibly.
Hey, it's your home, Titans of Ol.
That's me.
That's you.
Okay, so normally in a regular game with with more than 3 players, you would just have one council card. We are going to. Did I just do that?
You
Did I
did.
just claim my 4 votes? No,
Mhm.
because I haven't spent any, and I did something that let me claim votes.
We claimed we were able to both. We won that. And we
Okay,
claimed
so we got
votes.
okay. So I have 4 more votes to claim because I had 5. We added that 3, so I have 4 votes to claim here. Oh, and
I have 1 vote to claim. And that's down here. What's underlined down here?
Each time there's a council card, you claim the industry, and then you claim the votes, and then you do it. So for here we have pass. On warfare, each player crosses out all of their unbuilt cruisers. Those units cannot be built. So with the AI, oh, that's terrible.
That is terrible.
So we flip over until we have a
star. There it is. No, the star is with this little dot here on top.
Yes. Okay.
And that chooses the other part of it.
So if this passes,
No,
then
it fails.
no, if it passes, then on warfare, each player crosses out all of their unbuilt cruisers. Those units cannot be built. On fail, each player claims 1 resource on industry.
Trade good.
1 trade good for each war they have won. So,
Oh.
so
because the
so
star
let's
is on
re-go-
this side, because the star is on this side, that's the one I would be voting for. I'd be voting for it to fail.
yes. So we don't want to.
I would rather it fail.
Yeah. Okay. So
And they are
don't know
at
that you
max.
have the
They are
votes
maxed
to-
out.
yeah. So where is the okay? So for the so we cast votes, but we don't mark pass or fail. Then the speaker draws a line through any unmarked icons on a corresponding stage of
They
the
don't have any. They're full.
track, and they roll 1 black die. The AI counts votes equal to what they have there, so they're going to cast 5 plus up to 2 additional based on the dice roll. Each player who casts more votes than the AI resolves the outcome that has the star icon. Each player who did not cast more votes than the AI must resolve the outcome that does not have the star icon.
Now, I know you're supposed to do this secretly, but I feel like since both of us want it to fail.
It's individual. Like, it's not pass or fail. You resolve these individually.
Oh, I thought it was like a council. We were voting
No.
like we were on a council.
In a 3 or more player game, it is. Like, you're secretly voting, and it's most votes wins. In this, because there's the AI, if we cast more votes than the AI, then we go for the one with the star, which is a positive outcome. So
What if you tie?
then it's a wash.
Well, I mean, I have enough votes to allow it to be a wash if they roll for 2. Because I have 7 and they would have 7. So I'd rather it be a wash than nothing happened, but
so
that is
you're
using
better
all
off,
of
yes,
mine.
but you're
So
better
I'm-
off to do that. So
what we do is we write our votes secretly, what we're going to spend here, but we'll just tell you. So I'm going to be voting for 7
I'm
because
going to be voting for 8, so I'm guaranteed to win.
to guarantee to win. Okay, so now we roll a black die.
Yep.
You want to do it or me? You're speaking.
Okay.
So they got 1 more. So they're voting for
voting
6.
For 6. So we both
So each
we both win, and the motion fails. So
motion
each
fails.
player. Hold on. First, let's mark this out.
So I used all of mine. It's okay. It was worth it.
I've spent 8. So each player claims 1.
I've not won any, so I I don't get any trade goods.
So
But
I've won
you've won
2.
one.
I won this one and I won that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I get
Right, because you marked that off.
Right.
Okay. Whew.
So I get 2. Okay, so that's the end of that council.
How long have we been on?
Hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
So if we were just playing straight through, I think this would be, I'd say it'd be a 2-hour game. Forbidden
Strategy.
knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge.
Choose an active sheet,
Are
spend
you
the
gonna
card's
read
resources, and then
Baal?
roll the dice and spin the dice. Baal watched as one by one each of the settlements went offline. He was not some fool to be laughed at. Who was laughing now? Dun dun dun.
Forbidden knowledge. So we're gonna choose.
Standard turn.
I can't remember which one I was on.
I was
I was on
industry.
here, so I'm moving
We
up
could
here
be
to
getting
navigation.
close to a warfare.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend this guy to unlock this red dice now.
I'm moving up to my navigation. Because I'm moving from warfare, I can add and utilize my faction's ability and add 2 research to a technology with that technology. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to integrate economy. So claim up to 2 explored small systems, which are, do I have those available?
No.
Oh, so maybe I don't do that yet.
But you could do it once per. So you've got, that's an explorer. So you could explore you could explore right there and claim that one. And then most likely you're going to have at least one more explorer.
Maybe.
Because you could explore to that, claim that one, explore to that, and claim that one.
I don't think I'm going to do that yet. Well, I'm not going to utilize that, so I am going to just explore right now because that's what I can do.
My brain is feeling okay, but it's definitely
Is it feeling squishy?
a little bit.
A little squishy? What is this symbol
Yeah,
here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 rounds left.
Does that just gain 1 strength during warfare? Is that what that means?
Let's see, where's our gain 1 strength during each war against the indicated neighbor, so it's pointing left or right.
Oh. Okay. So I'm going to explore.
So yeah, we are about 2/3 of the way through this game. A little bit less. It's going really well. Like I don't feel like I'm doing a
Horribly?
balanced game, but I don't feel like I'm doing terrible.
Okay, I'm going to do that way.
It's just getting like I need to do stuff over on my expansion, but I just have not gotten the dice to feel comfortable with.
Okay, you gonna roll?
Yeah.
Oh, you missed one.
And I am on warfare. That's my active board.
I am currently on navigation.
And that is what I didn't want to happen. Yeah. Ugh.
And there. Okay. Alpha has
Okay,
been
so I
marked
can
off.
complete a
Oh,
cruiser.
wow. I can claim one. Okay, that's okay. Because I'm going to claim this planet.
Okay, so I'll do the
1,
cruiser.
2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was
I
my-
did it! I did the prospector objective.
Good
Claim
job.
5 planet systems on navigation, so I get 5.
So you go ahead and
points.
put that right there for the objective, and then this flips over. Okay,
Cool! I did it.
so that was that one, and now I have.
And now I have 3 other planets that I can unlock over here next time in my expansion. Are you looking and seeing what I have to fight with?
No.
Yes, you were. I saw you.
Okay, so I spent 2 on that, and I have 1 left, so I'm just going to do an infantry.
I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's It's not as brain melty as
I mean,
I
it
expected.
kind of. I have moments of like.
It's not as bad as
wait.
Hadrian's Wall for first game.
For first game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't feel there's like as much going on this one. Is it like maybe no? There's a lot.
There's a lot going on. I don't think I understand everything that's going on, and I don't know that I will understand everything that's going on until we score.
I really need more dice unlocked.
Yeah, I need to do stuff on navigation so that I can do stuff on expansion because I can't unlock planets until I do stuff
Then why
on
are you over here in
navigation.
warfare?
Because I was again only going to be able to explore like so. Okay. Council.
Another one?
Claim 1 check on industry for.
When did we move to 5 or 4?
That's 4.
4. I
Claim
know my
1
Roman
vote
numerals.
on industry for each.
I have 1.
Unlock plus 1, so
is
that's
horrible.
4.
Wait. Oh, I didn't claim that one.
No.
Not that that
Yeah.
matters. Bummer, I have 1 vote available.
4, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 available. They only have a maximum of 6.
This is from last time. Is
Okay.
this the last time we're doing this though?
I believe so. I think it's only stage 4. Yeah.
But there's 5 available.
No, that's for war.
Oh, that's
is the
4.
top.
Okay.
Okay, so we flip over the first one. So pass is on navigation. Each player may cross out any number of explored unclaimed systems to claim an equal number of explored systems. Oh!
Wait, say that again?
On navigation, each player may cross out any number of explored unclaimed systems to claim an equal number of explored systems.
Whoa. You need that.
Yes, I do. That's where these little blank ones can come in handy. Okay, so then fail. The player who casts the most fail votes chooses a commodity type. Each player crosses out all assets in that commodity type.
What? Those are victory points.
Yeah, all victory point assets of that commodity type's row of the industry chart.
I'm not following.
The player who casts the most fail
I
votes
get that part.
chooses a commodity type. Each player crosses out all
Victory point.
victory point assets in that commodity type's row of the industry chart.
The industry chart. So these?
Yes.
So when I vote, I'm voting for the pass.
No, you're just voting if you...
Because I have 1 vote. Neither of those sound bad to me.
Okay, so...
Am I hearing those correctly? That neither of those are bad? Oh, I
No,
crossed them out so I cannot
Right.
gain those victory
Correct.
points.
It's on the industry chart, so you would cross out all of the victory point assets.
On all of them? Or I choose 1? It says I choose 1.
So I'm going to spend... You would
Okay.
choose 1.
So I'm gonna. That's fine. I'm fine doing that. I mean, I can
Yeah.
because it's our last council. There's no need for me to have any of these councils anymore. So
Yeah.
I'll just mark those off.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I'll just.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna spend my
to-
1 vote because
Yeah.
there's no point. Wait, do I get any
I don't
points for
think
votes
so.
at the end of the game?
I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, they
The
already have
most they
2.
can have is they have 4.
So the most they can
is
have
6.
is
So
6.
I'm going to do 7. Okay. Daniel, we are enjoying it. It's a lot more straightforward than I expected it to be, just because of the sheer size of it.
All right, is the speaker gonna roll it or?
Yeah, I can roll it, but I'm really enjoying it. I don't. Yeah.
They get 2, so they have 6 to vote with.
Okay,
I was supposed to mark
so
these
that
off.
passes. So I can cross out any number of explored unclaimed
Wow,
systems.
you needed that.
I did.
Okay, so
so
I'm just
I
gonna mark
can-
these off so I cannot claim these because it
1,
failed
1,
and I spent that.
2, 2.
Where are you at?
I'm just doing one at a time.
Right. How do you know where you're at though?
I just marked off that one and took that one. I marked off that one and took that one.
So you're marking them off?
You mark off an unclaimed explored place and then claim an explored unclaimed. So I'm going to mark off that one and claim that one. So I got 3 planets out of that.
Okay. And you also have 5. So you get 3 points.
Is that the 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I get 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question. When we reach, it doesn't apply yet, but once they reach navigation and expansion, what is that? What do they do in those areas?
Do what? They just claim the card. So if they get there first,
How do I know which is which? Which one is navigation?
Navigate. It's under here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bryce. I would say this is less heavy than Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall has a lot more. There is a lot more, like with the gladiators and stuff. There's just a lot more decision making in Hadrian's Wall, and your iPad just shut off. I feel like Hadrian's Wall, you're always stuck with something you cannot do.
Was it dead?
And like this is the same. You're not going to be able to do everything, but I feel like this is. This
is much more player interactive than Hadrian's Wall, which I like. Hadrian's Wall, I think we like. Are you done?
Yeah.
Was the most we said during that game.
But in Hadrian's Wall, like Hadrian's Wall, I felt like I had to pick and choose something to just fully give up on. Like I never did the gladiator fights.
I did. I during all of our games that we've played,
I never won Hadrian's Wall.
No, so. But I utilized the different. Like I tried to refocus on certain areas when we played. Sorry,
so we're going to the next. So we're still on stage 4. Choose active sheet and spend this card's resources. Speaker rolls dice. I don't know why I'm reading that like it's new. There was no joy when the orders were received to glass.
Hold on. I can't remember which one I was on. I was on this one.
No, we're not on. That was a council.
Right, but before.
Oh, for your.
Yeah, because I want to keep moving, so I'm over.
Oh, yeah. Can I go back to the flavor
Sorry, yes, go back to the flavor text.
There was no joy when the orders were received to glass Owry Bay. It meant that the L1 had already done their worst. There is already nothing left to save. No, Love Chat XYZ.
I was wondering, I was like, I thought we just deleted them.
You were blocked.
Sorry about that, guys.
Don't click on the dating site links. It's not real people on the other side of it.
Promise. Okay. All right, you want me to read this?
Yeah.
There was no joy when the orders were received to glass Owry Bay. I think that's a place. It meant that the L1 had already done their worst. There was already nothing left to save. I didn't hear you because I was focused on getting that in. Okay, so he's already read that. So this is desperate measures. So we're going to choose an active sheet and spend these resources. So we have these I can't remember what they are.
Yeah, and Daniel, we've never played Twilight Imperium.
4.
We want to.
Yeah, we do.
Devin has it, and he's supposed to teach us how to play at some point, but.
Okay. I wonder, because we played the Roaring Right before we were playing the Dinosaur Island, and it felt like we would understand the objectives of Dinosaur Island now that we've played Roaring Right of building your.
Yeah, and I
feel like playing this first will have us understand what we're setting out to do.
Well, this is 2 players. I have no idea. If 2 players, you have and the AI is really straightforward as to how it works. And that's the main difference in 2 players. You have the AI for war, and for the voting works a little bit different.
Golly.
Gosh.
I got it. You keep talking.
I got it. Sorry about that. We have
Don't worry, just keep talking. We're good.
The chat settings is supposed to hide potentially inappropriate stuff, and it's not. Do we really need to like quarantine the word naked and dating? If y'all are
Maybe.
missing this, we keep getting spam comments that are popping up, and we're hiding
cleaning
them.
it up. Okay.
But I think that would be the
So you were talking about
yeah.
playing
So
PI.
so at 2 players, it plays really well, but it's I think by rule you're not supposed to look at the other players' like boards until you have finished your turn. So you're allowed to look at what the other players are doing and make decisions based off of that, but not for your current turn. So have we done okay, so we have 3 of those
Yes.
to spend. I'm over here now. I can unlock 3 planets.
I did the same thing.
So I can finally do that. I don't know what to do. We'll do some culture, do an industrial, a cultural.
I did 2 cultures and hazardous.
We're gonna be very cultured. Okay. So
It's gonna be very cultured.
yeah.
Okay, so now can you go ahead and roll?
Okay. So
Oh, roll it.
it rolled.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we've got
so
2,
do I have any
1. Okay, now that
I'm gonna
they're
go ahead and
done,
unlock
nope,
this
I need
dice
you to
here.
focus on me for a second. Now that they're done with this, I don't mark anything, correct?
No.
Oh, wait.
Yes, it does. It counts as a
They equal to each
no,
other.
no, that just says a 2 equals a 1. It doesn't say a 1 equals a 2.
Then I don't think I do anything.
I don't think you do anything.
Okay, so then I did that one. That one doesn't count, and then I go up here to that.
Daniel, is that spam at least going away? Like we hit it, but we can still see it because we're moderators. But is it going away for the public chat?
Let's see.
I assume it is.
I have 1 and 2.
So I make sure that
Bummer.
on the 2-player.
Bummer. Well, I'll do that one. Thinking.
Okay, yeah.
I still have.
Okay. Okay, so you can still see the.
Okay. Just don't worry about it, Daniel. I'll do there and 1 more. Well,
Okay.
I'll do that. Okay.
Okay, you done with your turn?
I am. I really need to unlock some dice.
Oh, I didn't do anything on that. I was distracted. Okay, so I'm over here. I'm going to. I have the green dice unlocked. So
I wonder if I should have just. You know what? I'm gonna back up and spend. I'm not going to unlock this hazardous, so I still have another one of these to spend. And I'm gonna one of those planets. I'm going to unlock. Do I unlock that one? No. I'm gonna unlock the green dice for
so I
this
got a
sheet.
yellow.
And then get 2. So I can do that. And I can do
Okay, and this is
that. Ha 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 ha.
yeah. See, this is where
That'll
it-
do.
I didn't even see what you did, but like down here, you can use those specialty resources to spend extras.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of like interplay between the sheets that that sounds
I was
real
able-
bad out.
No, that's fine. I unlocked this one here. It looks like a little beetle, and then these bubbles here to then unlock my Dreadnought and my War Sun
Okay.
later on.
Okay. So we are done with desperate measures. Divide and conquer.
Oh,
It's a
man.
war.
No!
It's a war. Did you mark off for the AI the last turn?
I did.
Okay.
I was really hoping to have prepared my area a little bit better.
Okay, so advance the deployment line. So I have 3.
Okay.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4,
What
5,
you need, bud?
6, 7, 8.
No, right now. We're getting
1,
close.
2, 3, 4.
Sure.
Yeah, this game is when we were able to get it at Gen Con, it was kind of one of those like, oh, you're getting it, so now we've got to get to the table, and I get really intimidated.
If you missed our
This
story
is awesome.
yesterday in our live stream, when we got this, we were in the hall early because we were working with the exhibitors, so we were able to get in before. And someone came over and said, hey, they have 16 copies available for this morning, so if you're interested in Twilight Inscription, you should go over to Miniature Market and get in line now. So we did.
We were like
and it
seventh
was-
in
yeah,
line.
We were 7th in line, and the lady came out of the booth, and she was like, hey,
For
are you
Miniature
here for
Market.
Twilight Inscription? I was like, yes. And she's like, okay. When the doors open, we are going to take you into the booth. You will go down the center aisle. Do not touch the game. Do not reach for the game. It will be placed in your hands when it is time.
Do not touch the game.
Yes. So, and that was repeated multiple times.
Multiple times.
But then when we were leaving the booth, Allison was like, because it was $60.
It was 60.
Yeah, it was not an inexpensive game, but she leans over and she goes, was that FOMO or did you actually want this game?
I did. I was like, is that was
So-
like there's only a chance to get 16, or there's only 16 chance to
Yeah.
get this, and was that FOMO or did you really
Yeah.
want it? But
And I
you
don't-
did.
Yeah, no, this was one that I was looking. I had walked past where they were demoing it and really interested in it from that, and just we love roll and rights.
We do.
Yeah, it was. It's like Yahtzee with more planets.
Yeah, just tell them that.
I don't know. Again, I have not. I don't know that we've played a real 4X game. We've never played Twilight Imperium.
we played Roy's
Roy's
game.
Yeah, we played the
Last
Beyond
Light.
the Sun. Yeah, Last Light.
Last
Yeah.
Light. We played Beyond the
So-
Sun, but that's not a 4X.
So I don't know how this. I've been told Stephen Bonacore posted about this and said that it's not a true 4X experience just because it's a roll and write.
Right.
So I don't know how it compares to that.
I got it. You keep talking.
But for yeah, as far as the 4X experience, I don't know, but it is a massive roll and write with great chunky dice. I will watch this in just a minute. I've wanted to try TI4 for a long time. Devin has it. He is supposed to play it with
Does
us
he
at
have
some point.
4?
Yes, he has TI4. So we will play it at some point. I've wanted to play it for a while. We both have, just if for nothing else other than the curiosity of
You know what we should do?
what should we do.
I mean, in January, late January, early February, I'm going to be in labor at the hospital. We should totally bring that and just play that while I'm in labor.
Is that the rule book you want me to read to you? Taking Alex's advice to read rule books while you're in labor?
I'm for it.
Because you'll really retain all of that.
Sure.
Yeah. So. Okay.
If you're new, we are expecting
Yeah.
early next year.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so we need to finish this war.
Yep.
We tallied our points.
so I have 6. They are fighting with, this is still, okay, that's the pre-marked one. So they're
Right.
fighting with 5, so I beat them.
I beat them as well. I won one.
I'm fighting with 3.
I beat you too.
You beat me? Okay, so I lose 1 victory. Well, you finally won a
I
war.
finally won 2 at the same time.
I'm coming back.
So,
So I get to have it. Ooh, I like this game.
I like that. I feel like I was just kind of crawling, and now I'm crawling up.
Let's see. I'm just gonna hold on to that blue dice and decide when I want to use it. And then I've got this one. I might spin that one. over here later on. Yeah, spend right here to get 3 of the influences. What are you doing over here?
I was checking.
Okay, so that was the war. So I want to mark this out. So they're done with that war. We still have 1 war left that we need to prepare for.
Nope. Okay.
And move on. We're getting close.
Nope. Well, I'll watch it when we're done
We'll
with
watch
this.
it, buddy.
I just want to see her.
Okay, I'll wait for you to
we'll
watch
wait.
it. Okay, so we are on
Our
to...
kids are down the hall.
We're on to rightful claim, so we choose a place.
Okay, hold on. The broad swarm around the planet, a single tendril-like formation mode entirely of Nor ships. This planet would be home of the new generation of warriors. It's a pretty, I don't know if you can see the art. The art is very unique. I like it a lot.
Okay, so we have 2 influence to spend.
See, and I was here, so I'm moving here.
I'm going to come down here and try and get some victory. I'm going to work on industry.
I think I'm going to industry 2. So this is claiming unmarked spaces adjacent to a scrapped space.
So I can do that twice.
Let's see, I'm going to circle that, so I have another green dice I can spin. And then
And I have my psychoarchaeology, so I can...
this is considered adjacent, right? When it's just above. Look at this really quick. That would be adjacent.
It's adjacent.
To that. Okay.
Yep.
So I will do that. Mark that up and get this victory point here.
Okay.
So I have a green dice. So I can use the red, possibly.
Okay, you want to take care of that for the AI really quick?
Yeah.
And do I have a green dice somewhere that I'm allowed to... It's unused?
There. Oh, they get the warfare card.
Oof.
So they automatically... So this turns over, so second place gets 4 points.
Do they get those points though?
Is that added to their points? 7?
They're not. There's not points.
There's not points. Okay.
Nope, they're not. They're not getting points. They're just...
Okay, so I have these
Okay.
in that one. Scrap. Okay, I'm going to spend...
Okay, so now we have the dice. So I can scrap. Okay, so I can... Ooh. Okay, so what do I want to do? So I'm going to go ahead and just spend this one. To spend up to 3, so I'm going to claim that. I'm going to claim that. I'm going to claim that. Okay, so that was spending up to 3 of those. Now I need to scrap some stuff. So I'll scrap that. Now let's scrap that. There's those
scrap
2.
one more.
And now I can
I'm not
claim
talking.
4.
Not here.
1, 2.
I'm going to go ahead and mark that I'm using these, and I'm doing all 4 of those here, or all 3 of these here.
3.
Even though I moved from expansion to industry, I still, there's no point in activating this because I can't because I don't have one of those research, but both of those are already activated.
Yeah, this is, I'm feeling the
1,
engine
2,
builder
3,
element
4,
of it now.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that count as 1 scrapped?
It shows, yeah, it shows
Excuse
it
me.
on the...
Then I've done 10.
Okay.
So I get 4 points.
Okay. What's the expansion? They have
Expansion
an asset from
is
4 different...
planets. Oh, I've done that. Wait. No, I've got
1, 2... Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
1. No.
So
You've done
1.
1, 2,
two.
3, 4. Yes.
Yeah, I've done 4. Okay, cool. So I did this one. So I
Okay.
get 5 points here. Thank you for checking that. And I'm going to write my points here.
Okay.
So those are all first places I've already taken those.
Yeah.
So the objective for warfare is they already did that.
They already
Oh,
did that.
bummer.
Build 6 non-infantry units.
Yeah,
Did I
neither of
have
us
1,
can do
2,
that.
3, 4, 5? I only had 5. So
1, 2, 3.
okay. So
4.
we
I only have 4.
are. Let's see what's next. This is the last of 4. It's going to be a production. So I have 3 to claim.
Oh, wait. I meant to do something.
What you meant to do?
Hold on. This is, I could circle that.
Okay,
What's
so we
that?
just had quite a few people get on. So if you're
Hi,
just coming on,
friends.
yeah, this is Twilight Inscription. It is a massive roll and write based in the Twilight Imperium world. The gameplay is actually really simple once you get a good feel for what you're doing. Like the first few rounds, I don't expect there to be really any rules checks in our second game, which is a big deal for this. There are also 25 rounds in the game, so you have lots of time to play. I think it's actually up to 25 rounds because
And
no, we don't play
where can I claim?
many miniature games. And thank you. We have a full play. If you're not familiar with our channel, we have a full playthrough series. We actually have a 7-camera setup in this studio, so we're trying to do basically tabletop without the famous people. But if you go to our playlists and look at our Play the Game series, we have 15 episodes out. We're trying to do really, really high production playthroughs.
We have like
So,
10 already
yeah, we have
shot
10
and
shot.
need to be edited.
Um,
I think our next one coming out is Keepers, possibly?
possibly Keepers, maybe Mountains Out of Molehills. So the game ends.
Ooh, I did a lot with that one just now. Oh, I was able to do that one too.
Okay, so the game ends after we resolve a Throne for the Taking event card, which is one of the stage 5 cards. I believe it's a blue one, so it could be that one or that one.
Oh, wow. So,
So
it's
it's
almost
either-
over?
Yeah, so it's either 23 or 25 rounds based on where that card falls.
Oh.
And we shuffle those were random, so we don't know. Okay, so did you do your production?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you need to do 3 production. Okay, so stage 5, girded for war. And
I'm
where do
moving
I
on
want
to
do
warfare.
this one?
So,
I'm gonna stay on.
okay, hold on. I'm going to be spending over here.
Oh,
I have that and that. So I'm going to be spending these to be able to unlock.
yeah, I'm gonna
Those
do a
two.
cruiser.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Actually, I've got to pick who I want to fight.
You have to pick?
Well, yes, and I got to pick where I want to spend my monies.
Yeah, so I'm going to get,
Okay.
you know, roll.
Yeah.
I have all 3 of my dice unlocked for this one.
I don't
Oh,
like
come
that.
on. Could have gotten some doubles in there.
Okay. Oh no.
Okay.
That doesn't let me do.
Can
any-
deploy 2 infantry. Each infantry must be changed to another unit.
So
So I need to put my
let's see, I
units
do
out there first.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'm gonna do a dreadnought, and then I can do. I'm not gonna be able to do my war son.
Oh, my last round I missed this.
What'd you miss?
That I could once per round I could deploy a Hell Titan when I
We were in-
unlock a planet. So that would have been on this one. So we
Okay.
were already here, and anomalies don't block it. So
So this one, I guess.
And we did, Bryce, we have a great playthrough of Wonderland's War. It's not a big miniatures game, but it did that. That one I think was probably the best example because it has the best table presence of any game that we've done a playthrough for. So they're going to have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Bummer. Okay. So I wonder if I should adjust instead of doing these down here.
Okay, so I'm done with this.
Okay, I'm not going to.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I built 6 non-infantry units.
I'm building that one. I'm building this one.
Okay, so I get 4 for the objective. Okay.
2. Sorry, hold on a second. And then I'm going to, instead of adding
This game is not, it's not too long by any means, but it's definitely, it wears you out. We're recording our 135 review of it after this, so we'll be having one of those come out. If you're not familiar with our 135, well, Allison, can I talk or are you?
Yeah, you can talk. I'm sorry.
Okay. You keep saying, hold on.
I know.
But we have a review format where we do 3 reviews in one video. So right after we're done with it, this is our first game. So right after we finish this game, we will hit record on this camera and record our immediate review of it. Then we'll play 2 more games, not today, record our review after that, and then we'll play 2 more and record another review after that and kind of smush them together and talk about kind of how many rules checks we had to do in future games, how long the later games took, kind of if we still enjoyed it after multiple plays, that kind of thing. So we have a few of those out, but that's a format we really enjoy because we get to be totally honest and accept our mistakes in the game, which I don't think... we may find a lot of times you don't know you're making mistakes until after
you've played it a few times.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, no, we did that wrong.
Oh
my goodness. That was intense because I should have utilized this area up here that I can like put what my resources are and what I've used, but I just had to hold them in my hand basically.
Yeah. So we won't, that review won't be live, but we're going to try and play, like get through that in the next week or so.
There we go.
Because there's a lot of interest in this game. And purely from a content creator perspective, and that's...
I'd like to, now that I have it, I would like to go ahead and get our 5
Twilight
plays
Imperium.
in. Well, yeah, but I'd like to go ahead and
I could see us playing another game tonight, and then maybe play tomorrow night and Thursday and Friday, or over the weekend.
Maybe you've got.
I'd like to have them all done within a week. Have our 5 plays.
Yeah, we could do probably our 135. That type of review. Maybe
I would guess it'll come out
week.
sometime next week with a
Yeah.
full 135 review.
There's not a lot of editing in that. It's just we're just kind of spitting out and then you just stick them together.
It's somewhat edited.
Oh.
So, but we try to keep it short and not be super redundant in later playthroughs.
Okay, hold on.
Are
1,
you done
2,
with yours?
3, 4, 5. I did
6.
that.
No,
Oh, it's 6.
units.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I have 6. So I get 4 points.
Yes.
Okay, I've completed all the objectives.
Okay, it's a throne for the table. Is this the end of the game?
Oh, I did it.
Okay, so we are done now. So
Oh my
resolve
gosh,
a
this is the
war
end of the
against
game?
each neighbor using the final sections, then score your sheets and
Oh my
determine the
gosh.
new
1,
ruler of the
2,
galaxy.
3.
So this could have been this, or there could have been 2 more rounds. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did we resolve the? Did you do
Yes,
the
I
AI
did.
for that? Okay,
Mhm.
so I have 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, did I?
So you have
Yes,
8.
I did.
Okay, so I beat the AI and I lost to you. Okay.
Wait, you lost to me. Okay, 5.
You beat me. We both beat
7.
the AI.
I won. I won all the wars, the last 2 war.
Okay, so now
Wow.
we score. So let's score up here.
How do
so
you score?
you just count what you have. So I
So
have
I just have 2 points.
7. No, you have the Megatal Rex.
Oh, 7, plus
So I have
2.
7,
So
8,
I have
9.
9.
I did
That's
not
it.
do great on that.
I didn't either.
Then over here, the objectives, I didn't get any. Oh, I only got 1.
The sheet. Did I even get any? Where was your
Wow.
1 point? Over here. I got 2 points.
Wow, I did bad on that. And over here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
5.
That's okay. So I had
7,
19 on that sheet.
8.
So I did good on industry.
You did. You got 19.
And then I have
Did I
1,
calculate that?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I know this is
4,
probably really.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 1, 2, 3. So that's 9. Plus 4
Okay,
is
you're
13.
counting out loud very loud and messing me up big
Sorry.
time.
Just trying to get my points. So where do we put our total?
Right here. 5, 6. So this was circled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Minus 3 is 13. Okay, so I have 17. You get yours?
Yeah.
So I have 14
Oh
plus
my
so
gosh,
21.
You beat me.
Did I?
Yeah. 21, 30, 33, 50.
I have 50.
Okay, so final score is 50 to 45, and we determine a winner.
Does Alf not get anything? Alf gets no points?
No, we do it based on how many points we get. So if you get less than 40 points, it's a loss. You're lost in the dark years. At 40,
Wait, that's solo.
solo
Oh, solo.
or 2-player.
Or
Read
oh,
the caption.
I just saw solo.
So we got above 40 but less than 60. So we were
Yeah, these are
both
chalk pens.
we were both a footnote in galactic history.
Hey, but I beat you.
Where at least at least we made the book. So yeah.
Cool. We did it.
We
Good
did it.
job.
So what did we miss out on here on these last two? Merciless Ambition, just another regular.
Why did we not do those? What are those? Do you know?
What are those things?
Did we miss something entirely?
When do we get? Hold on, those are relics. On the oh no, that's you claim those on the navigation sheet. So we just never got to the relics.
Okay.
Hey,
Sorry,
Allison.
I didn't mean to.
Really important note on the navigation sheet: if you get one of these icons, you get to claim a relic.
Really?
Yes.
That's what those are. They're relics?
Yeah.
Good to know.
So, yeah, 2.5 hours from start, like
And
starting the
explaining
stream
our
and
way
explain. Now
through.
we did play a beginner round. We went through the first 4 rounds for the like play and learn, the play as you learn tutorial. We did that first. Like put it over to us. We did the play as you learn first, and then fully reset the game. So yeah,
It didn't go over.
it will.
Okay. There it is.
So this was interesting. I really enjoyed it. I love me a big roll and write.
Yeah.
And this was a big roll and write.
This was a big roll.
And it was a roll and write. It wasn't a flip and write. It wasn't a play meeples
no, it
and
wasn't
write.
flipping right. It was both.
It was both. It was a roll and flip and write. But yeah, this was thoroughly
liked it.
enjoyable. I really enjoyed this game. You want to play again right now? Just continue
No, we
the
have
stream.
children, and I need to attend to our children.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the other thing of why we haven't played
I thought you were gonna
Twilight
say that's the
Imperium.
downside of having kids.
No, I mean, how long does Twilight Imperium play?
8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Is that right?
I have children.
8 hours for a game of Twilight Imperium.
And so unless I can
we need a
convince...
Saturday that we can send them off to the neighbors. It's too hot to just send them out Saturday. We have land. We have a big tree house.
and they love being outside.
We have neighbors. We just need to be able to send them outside all day. So once September, October rolls around, we will get Devin to come over and play Twilight Imperium with us.
We also will have a newborn at some point, and
We'll do it before that.
Well, we'll be up all night is what I'm saying. So we might as well play a game while we're up all night. Hey,
People in the chat who have played...
Devin and Amber, they can come over.
Yeah, they like...
Because they have
So-
late nights too, so we'll be young like them.
I'll leave it to the chat to decide. Is Twilight Imperium a good game to learn and play when you're sleep deprived with the newborn? Anybody?
Anyone?
Bueller?
All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
We are about to end the stream
and record our review.
our 1 for our 135. We will do plenty more content on this. May do a tutorial on it, not with the boys. Maybe it's not that.
They could probably handle it.
It's really not that complicated of a game. Like, I think this would be a good one to do a kids planning of, if only for the intrigue of, like,
kids explaining
can a
this
13-year-old and a 9-year-old teach Twilight Inscription?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll play it again. We'll let Jared play it with us.
They don't teach games that they can't play.
Yeah.
So they'll need to play it, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
That'll be that defining.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we need to play with actual other people also.
Well, your people.
No, but we need to play a non-AI game.
Well, we already know Devin wants to play this as soon as he gets back. from
Right, but that
Cincinnati.
would delay it till next week for him to play it, to get the 5 in.
So who do we get?
I
We
don't
get
know, Sharon
Rhonda.
and Peyton.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
So this is Twilight Inscription. Thank you so much for watching. I need to hit the button, but this has been fun. Thank you everyone who chatted with us. Yeah,
Fun.
we'll have more on this game coming soon.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later. Bye.